Hello. Welcome to the Loose Ends Podcast. My name's Adrian.
I'm Michael. How are you all doing today?
We are doing very well. Michael, how you
Hope
been?
You're all good. Good.
It's been happening.
Not a lot. Not a lot. Pretty full on week, but nothing interesting. Just same old. What about you?
Not too bad, man. Yeah, just working.
Yep.
How's the THC oil going?
It's fantastic. It's the best thing I've ever done in my life.
Explain a bit to me, man.
So I got myself some CBD oil with some THC. Very little amount of THC. It is prescribed. It's fully legal. Just to help with anxiety and back pain, and it's been amazing, man. Like anxiety's gone from like a 10 to a 0. So yeah, very very happy, man.
Did you like ever identify what the cause were?
Never. I try and think back to the point where it started. No idea. It was either when like friends or family passed away, or even before then when I smashed my car. I've got no idea. It
tends to be sometimes it tends to be like a collective sort of thing.
Yeah,
because I noticed mine started happening after Joey passed away.
Yeah.
I reckon just about after that, it's because it like put me in touch with my own mortality, man. Like I was actually scared for myself, and I'm like, he's 25 years old.
I know.
He passed away. That can happen to me. So
anyone can die at any time.
It was scary.
When I try and think back to when I did get it or have it, that's one memory that keeps popping up in my head, and maybe because you've mentioned it, or I don't know if it's just that's when it started, but...
Because you seemed pretty good before he passed away.
Yeah.
I'm not just saying that was like the reason behind it.
Yeah, no,
but you seemed like nothing really fazed you before that.
No, I can't think of when it started, and I can't think of why, or... I also couldn't remember what it felt like to not have it, because it's been
That's
like
true.
10 plus years since then, I think.
Yeah.
But having that, it's like... You just forget what it's like to be normal, I guess.
It's funny because like I spoke to my doctor about it, and I said I've got, I think that I've got a bit of anxiety.
Yeah.
And he said, explain it to me. I explained to him the way I felt, and like you've experienced before, the numbness down your arm and all sorts of different things that happen to you that you think you're having a heart attack or a stroke or something stupid like that. And,
a lot of people, everyone has different anxiety, so some people, like I was speaking to a friend the other day, he's got circumstantial anxiety, which means he only gets bad anxiety when he's in a shitty situation. So if he's like lost his job or something like that, then there's people where it's like, I think that's purely mental.
It's very specific because like
it is,
that would cover a lot of people because like I'm pretty sure most people would be anxious if they lost their job.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
But he gets real fucked up. Like he's a mess. He's like in pieces. He can't function, which is like really bad. But and then there's people that have like health anxiety, which is what I'd say you and I have, where you get a pain and you start worrying about it, and then that pain,
existential crisis.
You start imagining that the pain is worse and that you're having a heart attack or something else. So I'd have that. Like I'd learn to manage it, and I'd get every time it happened, I'd get better at managing it. But it was just like this constant battle. But the last few months before getting this oil were just like, really bad. I was at doctors and hospital a couple of times, and
I remember that. Yeah, you thought you
just got sick of it
a few times.
Yeah, and then my heart rate was like 62 while I was walking around. Dude,
I remember that.
That's normal.
Right. It's normal. Only a couple of weeks ago.
I was at your house. It was a while ago now.
What?
I've been on that for like over a month, and so it was
months ago.
Okay, yep. Like the doctor said, because I saw a cardiologist about it, and he's like, your heart rate changes every single day. The only reason people notice now is because of Fitbits. Yep. And he's like, Fitbits make me so much money because the amount of people that come in here with fake problems, because it's true. Yep. But I noticed the other day that my heart rate was like 62 while I was organising stuff around the house, and I was like, that's low for doing something. Yeah. And I was like,
but it does state
it's normal because the next day it would be 100.
It does state it does state on the watches that you don't take this
exactly
100%, because a lot of people do. Like, oh my god, my heart rate's 50 all the time.
Yeah, that was me. It was like dropping under 60 like a lot that week. It was weird. Anyway, so the oil's bloody amazing, dude.
It's different doctors. Like I remember when I went to my doctor and I explained to him how I was feeling and things like that, and he said to me, he goes, this is obviously he goes, what I found with a lot of people he goes, I'm trying to liken it to your scenario. He goes, people have had this pretty much all their life. Yeah. And they haven't really recognized it. Because then I thought back to myself, like when I was a bit younger, when I was like about 18, 19, I had trouble sleeping a lot.
Oh, I did, yeah. I still can't go to bed early.
My heart would race at night, and I just thought, whatever, I never thought anything of it.
Yeah.
And not until I got a little bit older and I realized that, something's wrong. Yeah. Well, not ridiculously, I'm going to die, but something's.
I used to always hear my heartbeat in my ear.
I used to get that all the time when I was sleeping.
Dude. Yeah.
All the time.
It drives me insane.
Yeah.
That stopped with this stuff too.
And then I thought I had high blood pressure.
Oh, yes.
And then I went to go get my blood pressure test.
I've been through it all. We both have. But yeah,
my brothers are watching this. They're going to be pissing themselves laughing because I have to put up with my bullshit on a daily basis.
But no, that oil, I'm telling you now, if you got anxiety, back pain, whatever, give it a go. First try and manage it by yourself if possible. See a psychiatrist, psychologist, whatever. Give that all stuff a go. I didn't do that. I didn't want to take anxiety tablets because I've seen and heard some horrific side effects from them, which one of the side effects of an anxiety tablet is anxiety. That same friend of mine I was talking about before, he took anxiety tablets and he just felt numb and shit house, and his anxiety was even worse because he was worrying. Worrying about why he felt that way. So it's just, anyway, this stuff, I've had no side effects.
It's a case by case sort of thing.
Exactly. It doesn't work for everyone. So
no, exactly.
Yeah, give it a go.
Me personally, I don't want to get on the medication.
Yeah.
And I sort of dealt with it myself, sort of recognizing the triggers that trigger the anxiety, because I can sort of now register when they're
about to happen.
Yeah. And then, I just sort of just relax myself and I sit there and I do something that I enjoy.
Yeah. I got good at that, but then my issue was I'd start thinking, nah, this one could be real. Like this is the one.
Yeah, but remember we always said to each other, if it's something bad, it's going to get progressively worse. You'll probably until something bad happens. Obviously, So
you know when it happens. But
yeah,
the reason I like CBD oil as well is just the list of other stuff that it helps, like lower blood pressure, lower blood sugar, the back pain, just so many other things. My sleeping's better. I love the shit. Anyway. So today, even though we've drank half the bottle already, today we're drinking it's Double Barrel by Jacob's Creek. This is a 2018 Shiraz, but the thing is it's aged in Scotch whiskey barrels, so it's got a bit of a smoky flavour. It's pretty nice, isn't it?
I actually don't mind. It's really subtle.
Yeah, it's actually good with a nice pasta on a winter's evening.
It's not very woody.
No,
which you get with a lot of Shirazes.
You'd think it would be, considering it was aged in. You know what? I got to tell you, man,
it's mellowed out really.
The first time I had this, I could taste the wood smoke way more. Like this
I can taste it.
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe they've changed it, or I don't know. The first time, this is the second time I had it. The first time was like quite smoky. Maybe they toned it down a bit. It almost tasted like Scotch, literally, with some wine in it.
But whiskey.
Oh, whiskey?
Yeah, whiskey.
Sorry, whiskey. Yeah.
Yep. Scotch is from Scotland.
Yeah, I've just offended a whole group of people. Same shit, mate.
How dare you?
Shit. Another bit of news. We've got a few things to talk about before we get to the main subject. The main subject of today is going to be about vaping, just like our stories, some of the law, some of that crap. But before we get into that, we spoke about the wheel in our last episode, so we're going to write our topics down for the podcast, give it a little spin. Whatever it lands on is what we're going to talk about in that podcast. This one we're not doing it, obviously, because we're talking about vaping.
And just make sure you tell them about the beautiful picture in the center of that as well.
I don't know if you guys can see that. I'll try and zoom in.
We're going to make a picture. We're going to make a t-shirt out of that too.
So gorgeous picture on there.
You're going to get the merch started early.
Count the pixels.
And that's what the t-shirt's going to be called.
Yes, count the pixels.
Yep.
But also, make sure leave in the comments below some topics you'd like to hear us talk about, or if you follow us on Facebook. So we're on Facebook now, Instagram. What else?
We will pretty much talk about anything. So just make
a note. We'll
obviously within reason. They're not going to. There's going to be
if we know jack shit about it, or
taboo subjects that we're not going to touch on.
I think we should.
But, it's going to be to our discretion as well.
Of course, yeah. But definitely let us know what topics you'd like to hear us talk about. Another thing I just want to talk about is we now have a Patreon. So I know it's really early, but the reason we set it up is because someone could be watching this video months from now when we are a bit bigger, so we may as well set it up, get it ready. You don't have to do anything, but if anyone wants to help us out, donate, etc., we've got a few different tiers, which I'll put up on the screen now.
Help the podcast.
For sure, because we want to invest in, like, whatever we get from this, we'll invest in the podcast, so more cameras, maybe just a different space. We've got a bit more
better host, because we need someone else.
Fucking we need two of those. 2 more cameras, 2 more hosts. So the first thing's $3 a month. That's just your way of saying, your way of helping us. The $10 a month, you get a little loose end sticker, which looks cute. $25 a month, you get the Count the Pixels t-shirt. Now, keep in mind, if you do order that, it's meant to look like shit. So if you get it,
hence the name.
If you get it and wondering why there's so many pixels, so little pixels, I should say.
Although I can't imagine who would want to walk around with my face on their chest.
It's more of a laugh. It's more of a laugh. And then I added another one.
Please buy it.
I added another one, bro. $50 a month. for a nice hoodie with the Loose Ends logo, which I think looks sick. Oh fuck, I forgot to show you. I got Loose Ends t-shirts. I'll show you them after.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so if you want to help us, please feel free. Any little bit helps, and yeah, go straight back into the podcast. You don't have to, but we figured we'd set it up now just so it's done and dusted.
You'd think also
the links
starting
in the
a new
description
podcast,
to it.
we'd get our shit together, and but unfortunately, some things happened during the week where I was unable to.
Oh no, yeah, we were supposed to put one up every week, but this one will probably come out. This one will be out on the same day, Saturday, and then from then on, we'll hopefully try and get one up every week.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if you want to support us, you can. Links in the description to the Patreon. But yeah, don't feel obliged to. It's just something to help us out if you do enjoy the podcast. Oh, and also if you do read in those tiers on Patreon, if you do jump on one of the higher tiers, you can actually have priority choosing of a topic, so they can. Yeah. It'll make the board quicker than someone else if you're into that stuff, and you also get access to our Discord group. Well, anyone can join our Discord, but there's a special Patreon.
Discord, Assetto Corsa group.
But there's a specific one for Patrons. But yeah, so you got Assetto Corsa and a Will.
I do.
Yes.
I do. Actually,
you're loving it. He's good. He's real good. I have to call him. You have to call him DK now.
DK. Sorry, thank you. Actually, I was telling my brother Shannon about it actually, and he got a little bit excited because you know what he's like with cars.
He's very excitable.
Very excitable with cars. So he goes to me. I said, I'm going to go down and buy one. I'm going to go down and buy a wheel and everything. He's like, I'll tell you what, I'll go Harvey's with you. And then, listen to this deal though. This is the type of deal Shannon does with me. I'll go Harvey's with you, right? And then,
but it stays with me.
You know, but then he goes because also I'm very proud of him as well. He's looking at purchasing a house as well. Yeah, nice, and he said, when I get my house, I'll take it. I go, what kind of fucking deal is that? I pay half of it and then I lose it. What, a couple of months later? It's not fair. Anyway, so we bought that, and I've been. That's probably one of the reasons why I've been podcasting. No, I'm joking. No, my partner's been sick.
He's good at it.
Yeah, I'm sort of getting there at the moment.
I was shit for...
You're really good.
No, for much longer. Like at the start, I sucked at that game for weeks, man. Weeks. From what I said, man, the last podcast was the first day he played it. From day one, he was pretty damn good, I've got to say.
It's just, I don't know. I think it's just because I like games. Yeah. It's just the feel of it.
Yeah. But I did some drifting in the Pajero the other day. I got sideways with my dad and Jim in the car. Because I was, I'm talking about a real car now, Pajero, a four-wheel drive. No, it was hilarious, man, because Sash was saying, he goes, your tyres they're not like worn, but they're not the best tyres. I was telling my dad how they lose traction in the wet, and dude, the Pajero hangs, man. I'm like, it's good. It sits there, like that. It's
ever since I've been playing with the wheel,
too. I'm scared it's going to roll.
Driving it I'm trying to feel the force feedback on the wheel going, why is it?
Yeah. No, but anyway, that was a good fun. Anyway, should we get on to the subject?
We should get on to vaping subject, guys.
Yeah. All right, so I guess we'll start with
our story,
our stories, yeah. So do you want to start off with how you started, or do you want me to start because I started
you start. Yeah, you start. No, you start. Yeah, you start.
All right, so I've probably been vaping for close to 10 years now. I kept saying over 7 years, but I think it's probably close to 10 by now. It's been quite a while.
I'd say about 10 years for you.
Yeah.
Easily.
I'm close
7.
to anyway.
I'm 7. You'd be...
it'd be 8 or 9. Close to 10, yeah. So the way I started is I was obviously smoking quite a bit, and I went into work one day. There was a guy there who had this weird pen thing that he was smoking. I'm like, what the hell is that? And he explained everything, electronic cigarette, how it worked, told me where he got all the stuff for it, because at the time, nobody knew about these. You could just get them from China, the juice and the devices. So I had a try of his, and yeah, I really liked it. And I didn't have a cigarette for like another 2 hours after having it.
That's a funny thing about it.
And I was craving that and not a cigarette, but he'd already left. So I called him and I was like, you got to tell me where to get all that stuff. So I ordered it all. It took about a week to come. Once it arrived, the day I got the vape was the last cigarette I ever had. I had one at the end of that day just to see.
Do you remember where you bought it from?
Heaven Gifts.
Oh, bullshit. Yeah, remember that?
That's our old school. Yeah.
There you go. Anyone representing Heaven Gifts?
Yeah. And
I think the decang juice?
Yeah, it was decang juice. Yeah. It was probably Red Bull or something. Oh, disgusting.
You need to tell them how bad the strawberry juice was after as well.
Oh, yeah. Bloody hell. But yeah, so I had a cigarette at the end of the day just to see if I liked it, and it was weird. I was turned off it straight away. Like, it was just the weirdest thing. Yeah, so that basically, like, I suppose I should have quit vaping by now, but I still enjoy it. I still enjoy the flavors. I still enjoy the community. Yeah, I don't know. I still like it.
Plus, your health is fantastic.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's what we'll get onto, like, as well, the way we feel.
I just base it all solely on that, man.
Exactly. Yeah, because there's data that it's healthier, whatever. But the real data for me is how I feel compared to when I was smoking. You know, I would wake up wheezing, couldn't breathe. I couldn't ride my bike for shit. yeah, just I'd get puffed out easily. Just so many things. Whereas now I just feel like I did before I ever smoked.
I was going to say, because during the time we smoked together, and you did try quite a few different things. You tried Champions, didn't you?
Oh, I'd never tried Champions. I was very close. So I tried patches, gum,
the inhaler,
the stupid inhaler,
which I think out of the three
was the best.
It
was, but it dried your mouth out. And
you even tried rollies too to minimise the smoking.
Yeah, and I got to admit though, the rollies I reckon helped me move to vaping because they say when you quit smoking you get sick because your body's crying out for all those chemicals. When I went from TaylorMade to rollies, I got really sick for like a week or two.
Yeah, and
I even felt better on the rollies than I did on TaylorMade cigarettes, and they were cheaper at the time, which now is just they're ridiculous anyway.
Oh, yeah, they're ridiculous. Man.
So yeah, I didn't really quit for the money back then because they weren't too expensive. They were getting there, but they weren't too bad. It was more so.
But the point was
the health, and I like gadgets and shit. So
you did it on purpose so you wouldn't smoke as much because you'd be forcing yourself to roll them. Even though that lasted
and they tasted better though.
2 weeks, and then I'd sit at home and roll 50 at once.
Yeah, same here. I'd fill up a deck with rollies all the time, and I bought a machine. So
like, I'm going against the whole reason why I started this.
Yeah. No, I did it because they were cheaper and they did taste better. You got to admit,
Champion rubies.
Yeah, it tasted good. I'd go for one now.
No, I'm joking too, man.
But yeah, now funnily enough, this day and age, I really turned off by cigarettes. I was like I was before, where if I even smell it, I'm kind of. And they say ex-smokers hate ciggies more than bloody just people who never smoked, but. Yes, that's where I am today. Been vaping for quite a while, seen everything come and go as in terms of gimmicks and stuff with vaping. My first device I think was an Ego T or C, whatever the first one was, just a little pen looking thing.
Remember that?
Yeah, and even being out in public when I first got that, the amount of people that would stop and stare at me like it looked like I was smoking ice or something.
Yeah.
What the hell is that? All these questions, whereas now it seems like everywhere you go, when you vape, no one really looks twice because I think pretty much everyone knows what it is now. I
said that before. You drive like every second car I drive by, some guy's got a vape in their mouth.
You see a huge cloud out the window in traffic,
and you know exactly. Or you can see down the road. You can see who has a vape.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but that's pretty much my story up until now. What about yours? Hit it.
Yeah, so I started vaping roughly 7 years ago, I'd say, and I saw Michael with that fandangled gadget.
The ice pipe.
And I'm not a big fan of the mouth along. I never really have. You've gone back to them again.
I should mention that as part of my story. Sorry. Yeah. Started on mouth to lung, which is the one where you like this, like a cigarette, purely because they were the only ones available at the time. And then sub-ohm devices came out, which is what Adrian has here. It's like a bong hit, so you suck it straight into your lungs.
Direct to lung.
Yep. I moved on to those eventually. And then I don't know, I kind of got over the big clouds. I also must admit that I did have some, I don't know if it was that or my anxiety was ruthless at the time, but I also had some like breathing issues where if I vaped too much, I felt like my throat was a little bit constricted.
Yeah, I got that too.
Yeah, so I jumped onto mouth to lung and eventually that breathing thing went away. So I'm not sure if it was that or just anxiety or many other things going on at the time, but now I just use mouth to lung, nice and discreet. I still love seeing the clouds and all that stuff and the flavour and all that stuff. It's so much better, but mouth to lung does the job. So sorry for interrupting, but I just thought I'd...
Yeah, just don't do it again, mate.
I thought I'd just fill that little bit of bullshit in
there. So after I tried Michael's one a few times, I didn't mind it because the first one that you had remember those old school plastic drip tips?
Oh, yeah.
They were chat.
And you had to fill them up.
They would leak in your fucking pocket. They were just horrible design. I didn't mind it. Like I thought it was a gimmick. Like I just thought it was just something stupid passing phase. Yeah. And I decided to look into the other. So it's a different mod. So like what Michael said before, I was more direct to lung, and I purchased my first one, which was an Inikin. It was an NVP Pro
weapon,
and it was just a big rectangle.
It was a house brick.
Big, exactly. It was a brick.
That was awesome though.
But it was cool because one of the reasons why I bought it, it doubled as a charging base, so I could use that to charge my phone or whatever.
How many milliamps do you remember?
5,000.
Fuck, yeah,
it was 5,000. So that was like the biggest on the market at that time.
Not bad at all.
So that thing lasted me back then too. That lasted me for 2 days easily without a charge. Yeah. Sometimes even 2.5, nearly 3 days without a charge. I slowly I started using that, and then as soon as I got on the direct to lung, I completely stopped cigarettes.
Yeah,
that was the turning point for me. But I struggled a little bit because I discussed it with you before. Like, my mum does hypnotherapy, and she does helping people get off cigarettes and such. And people are addicted for different reasons. So a lot of people are addicted, obviously, to the chemical addiction to nicotine. A lot of other people are addicted to actually seeing the clouds, and a lot of people are just like playing with this. I know it sounds stupid, but it's true. Some people just love having it in their hand.
Oh yeah, that's probably one of the bigger addictions that I've heard people say. Yeah,
that was mine was a mixture of a chemical and also the
Dicking
act of getting rid of it.
Yeah.
And I found that obviously you can't throw your fucking...
You should just
so it was
vape each time you have it.
That's right. Cost me a fortune. So yeah, that's why I struggle with. But whatever, I got used to it, and
mine's the throat hit. I love the throat hit, and I love seeing the shit come out, the cloud come out. That's what. Yeah, that's my little...
As chat as smoking felt when you inhaled it and the smoke, it hit you nice and juicy. Like,
yeah. It was a good, yes. Especially on a cold morning. Just the first one of the day, that hurt, but it was good.
That's fucking disgusting, isn't it?
Yeah. First vape of the day, though, it's the same thing. It feels good. It's harsh as.
First vape of the day is the best.
Yeah.
With a coffee.
Yeah, even a cold morning, it's like they hit harder when it's cold because I think the air's denser or whatever.
Oh, dude.
Because in summer, sometimes you're just hitting your vape and you're like, it's just not...
But also the liquid thins out.
Yeah, so that's true.
Oh man, do you remember we were on the aeroplane?
On the juice. Yeah, we're on the plane and my vape, my juice bottles, everything had juice all over it because the pressure in the cabin they didn't explode, but they just pissed everywhere. I took my pocket. I had it in my pocket. I was like, what the hell? And I think I had a white shirt as well, and just massive stain of blood. I had
him in my jeans. Looked like I pissed myself.
I smelled like pineapples for 3 weeks.
What the fuck? But we started on the decaying juices too, which were, looking back now, and the most horrendous.
They were good at the start, but apparently the chef, they call it the chef,
the cook.
That's cook. Walter White. Apparently Walter White had moved to another company, and then Decang kept going, and the juices went downhill. Because apparently they used to be like when I had them, I didn't think there was anything wrong with them, but if I had it now, I'd think they were
You and I would all
disgusting.
buy them, right? From Heaven's Gifts, now I remember that.
Yeah.
And we would buy them, and then you'd go, fuck, these things like hit and miss, man. You'd buy one bottle, and it tastes like a doubler.
Yeah, true.
And then you get another one, and it was muted to the point where it was nothing.
That's true.
That's what I found. But we also hated the strawberry flavouring as well. Yeah. There was something in that, and every time we used to vape that, we'd get this horrible closing feeling of our chest to the point where it'd last for a couple of hours for me, depending on how hard I hit it in the first place. Mm-hmm. So if I went nuts on it for a couple of minutes, it would destroy me for about an hour or two after. Yeah,
it's a certain concentrate or something, but I sometimes get it with coffees and like coffee flavors and creams.
Yeah.
Sometimes, depends which one it is. The one I have here, I can't remember what it's called. It's got a really fancy bottle and box. It's pretty cool. That does get me, but if I have too much, so what I do with it now is just drop it in my other juices with it, just to give it a bit of a mad flavour. But the strawberry one was, especially some of the cheaper Chinese juices.
What's your favourite juice at the moment, mate?
It's been a while now. So as in, I've been vaping the same juice for like 2 years.
What's that one? What's it called?
Alpha. By Mixology Vape, Mixology are a vape shop in New Zealand. They make their own flavours, and it's like a muted tortoise blood, which I like because I can have it all day, every day, and I've never gotten sick of it. But lately I've had some other juices along with it, but that's the one I just keep going back to. It's good on coils. Like my coils last weeks, if not a month easily. It doesn't give me any issues. It's always consistent. It's always good.
For all the people in the VCA, they know what I'm talking about. I'm ripping the nectar of the gods, which is tortoise blood.
The
one and only tortoise blood.
The one you can never get.
Exactly. And then when you do, you buy about 14 bottles of them. It's my absolute favourite. It's the only juice that I have found that I can vape on it constantly without getting bored of.
Yeah, see, for me, it's on the edge of the sweet. That's why I like that.
But it's a coil.
Similar,
it destroys coils.
Oh, yeah, it's a killer.
It's ruthless with the coils.
Yeah.
Actually, I destroyed mine. It's a brand new frigging coil.
Yeah. We were talking about it before. Shitty coils, when you get a whole pack of shit coils and they're just all duds. And like we both got into RDAs and stuff at one point, but just fucking got over it. I don't know.
That's a big thing. Oh, it tastes the flavours so much.
It wasn't.
You don't know what you do.
I must admit, it was good.
It was better. I'm not going to say it's not better, but...
It was better, yeah. But it was a lot of rooting around for me, and I just couldn't be bothered. Yeah. And then it's like, it is better, but only if you get all this shit perfect. If you wick it properly, the coils are nice and, which I got good at, but... I don't know.
It's the equivalent of an audiophile, man. Let's be honest.
Exactly.
I need to be absolutely spot on.
It's like that marginal thing. But anyway, I don't know. Some people swear by it, and everyone's different because that's one thing with vaping. You will find everybody's different. Some people are going to hate flavors, love flavors. Some people like you ask for a recommendation on a vape group for a device, and everyone's like, "Oh, it's a piece of shit." Like there was the Dead Rabbit RDA. Everyone went on and on about that, dude. I thought it was the shittest thing. It tastes like they had no flavor, nothing.
The work that you put into that wasn't worth the reward, in my opinion.
But anyway, everyone's different because a lot of people love that. But I think when I posted on the vape group, actually when I did a review on that, because I did a little vape reviews thing a long time ago, a lot of people agreed the Dead Rabbit sucked and it was all hype. Products. Yeah.
They were good back in the day.
I agree, yeah.
They were fantastic.
A lot of people hate Smock just because of the whole tobacco link or whatever.
They used to be amazing, man.
Yeah.
We used to get the Prince Minis, which I still love. I haven't bought one in ages, obviously, but I'm on the Zeus tank at the moment, which is it's not bad. I've had better, but I loved all the old school Smock products. They got progressively worse and worse over the years.
They did. The more I used it, the more dud coils I ended up getting in a pack.
Yeah.
When I first started the Big Baby Beast, it was amazing for ages, and then it got shitter and shitter and shitter. And I told you before, I used to start having to prick. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I used to start having to prick holes in the coils because they wouldn't wick properly. And nightmare. But
with this right now.
Yeah. But yeah, so I guess should we talk about the law? So I don't know the law off by heart. Well, I pretty much do when it comes to vaping. Every state is very similar from what I've seen, if not the same.
There's small margin.
Yeah, very little. But generally overall, the law is at the moment in Australia, so anyone overseas, you can ignore this because in a lot of countries overseas, it's already completely legal.
Yep.
Did New Zealand, is it still all good there or did they backpedal?
From last I heard it was.
Yeah, they want to be smoke free by 2023, so apparently they're banning cigarettes, which
there's something
a lot of people went up in arms about, but you know what?
What a great idea.
I agree, man.
What a great idea.
They legalized vaping. And do you know what they found out? This is amazing, right? We know why cigarettes are still sold, along with alcohol, along with gambling. It's because the money that the government earns on tax is just, it's huge.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
that's all it is.
Yeah. So New Zealand actually worked out, which was quite smart, that they would save more money on healthcare than they would make on tobacco products because of the amount of issues that smoking was causing people that they have to pay for.
That's so simple to simple to work out.
Yeah.
Like
Australia's very, very slow because even like we were talking about the TH or the CBD juice, the cannabis juice before, oil before. The doctor on the phone even said to me, "Look, Australia's very, 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 very behind on this stuff. In most countries, it's already fully legal. We've already done tests
behind on a lot of things.
Yeah, with like Australia's still doing their testing. Man. Even though they could grab the testing from overseas, that's already been done. They want to do their own, which is fair enough.
Will bring in the dawn of the vape as of October 1st.
Yes,
so that's require a doctor's prescription.
Yeah. So at the moment, the law is that you need a prescription to import juice with nicotine or import nicotine itself to mix with your own juice.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not really enforced. As far as I know, that's state level, but federal is you're basically allowed to import it. So it's a bit mixed match. Yeah. No one knows what's going on. But as of October 1st, it sounds like they're going to start enforcing it somehow. Yeah. I don't know how. Now
we have a theory on that though. It's like we were saying before with the TGA guidelines and shit like that.
Yeah.
So that's probably how they'll go about doing that.
They'll just have to check every import that comes in. Like there's some are going to get through. It's like
you'll have to
people send bloody drugs through the post.
And I want to bring this up. It's the same way that you're registered for your THC.
Yeah, exactly.
So you register with TGA.
Yeah.
So I dare say it'd be similar to what.
But I can still buy that illegally. Even if I didn't have a prescription, I could get that illegally. But that's if I get caught with it is the problem.
But like we know that you can buy anything illegally.
And yeah, most people at the moment, as we all know, are buying nicotine.
This is the thing.
Without a prescription.
This is one of the major factors, right? One of the big things that you and I have spoken about, which is the handling of nicotine.
Yeah,
and we've brought it up.
Hang on, just one sec.
Yeah.
So, yeah, basically you need a prescription to buy nicotine or juice with nicotine from overseas. Pretty much, I don't know anyone that has got a prescription, but I know a lot of people who are importing nicotine. It's not a bad law. It's not hard to get a prescription, to go to your doctor to get a prescription for nicotine.
This is what I'm going to build off.
This is where Adrian's now going to take over with this bit because
that's what I was going to build. Like, what I was getting at was because all this has been happening, everyone's up in arms, going, "Oh, you know, we should be able to do what we want." And I agree to an extent. I really do agree. But unfortunately, if you look into it, it's a very dangerous poison. That's what it is. It's a poison. It's a Schedule 7 poison. It's right up there with cyanide and arsenic, for fuck's sake. So and we can't. It's just ridiculous. So. We discussed, different means and different ways of, how they would set up allowing people to nick their juices, or they'd be selling it.
And although we say we agree with, it's fine, it's easy to get a prescription.
Yeah.
Prescription doesn't make someone smart enough to know what to do with nicotine. Mm-hmm. It's easy to get a prescription.
Yeah. But that's the thing.
And people are going to get shitty about like a lot of vapors we know will get shitty about what we're saying.
Yep.
But you got to remember there's a lot of, I don't want to call them idiots. It's a lot of uneducated people who don't know what they're doing.
It's true.
Who can get yourself into some big shit with nicotine. It's not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You have to know. Like,
it's more dangerous than my CBD oil. And
definitely.
That's, yeah.
Well, like, as I said, Schedule 7 up there with arsenic.
Yeah.
It's no joke. It's no joke at all. And, we discuss this as well. And I think that people need to, be educated in proper handling of it.
Yeah.
Well, I can't see people handling it in the future. Like, it'll be pre-mixed or something. Something's going to happen.
Yeah. I think my ideal, the thing that I'd like to see, okay, put it this way. I like the way it is now because I haven't been dicked yet. If I got dicked, then maybe a different story. No, I like the way it is now because I know what I'm doing. I wear a mask. I wear gloves. I go crazy. Yeah. When I mix nicotine, it's like I'm in the lab. I'm crazy.
As with anything
some
in
people
Australia,
aren't.
mate, as with everything in Australia, it only takes a couple of idiots.
That's
and then
the problem.
It spoils it for everyone else.
So I do think there needs to be some kind of regulation. My perfect world for this vaping thing is that shops are allowed to sell it, which are good because it'll help the local business if they have a license.
Yeah, and they probably have to be registered.
Yeah, so like a tobacconist, because I mean they're putting us in the tobacco category anyway. Why not just this is the thing that irritates the shit out of me. They categorize vaping with tobacco as a law, but they won't let vape shops sell nicked juice, like juice with nicotine in it. Why not? If they're classed as a tobacco company, then they should be allowed to. That's the thing that's annoying. So in a perfect world, I think shops,
because they get you on the whole poison side of it, and selling the Schedule 7. So.
Yeah, but if shops could sell premixed juice, like Wickham Wire, all the local shops, pardon me, if they could sell premixed juice, you buy off the shelf that wasn't a stupid price, like taxed through the roof, which unfortunately is probably what would happen. No, that is the perfect scenario in my eyes. Go to the shop, you buy your juice, you wouldn't have to worry about mixing, as long as it was cheap enough. But then again, I know there's people who make their own juice who would want to mix in stuff too. So that's where it's just
depending on how much it goes up. Because seriously, in order to make vaping worse off financially as smoking, you'd have to put it like $200, $300 a bottle. Let's be honest here.
Yeah.
Because, for example, I can get a bottle of tortoise bud for about $32.
The amount of time it lasts.
I'd be happy to pay between $40 and $50 a nicked from a shop, which would still last me a month. Yeah, which is still way better than smoking. If that's what you're after, financial reasons, still way better.
The way cigarettes are now, it's about $50 plus a day.
They go up twice a year.
I'd be up for that. Yeah.
Yeah. I watched my brothers purchase the cigarettes, and I just cannot get over how expensive they are now.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It is. It really is.
So, yeah, I don't know. That's no matter what we say, we're going to piss some people off because some people think the way it is now is perfect. Other people think that we need to do things differently. But yeah, in my opinion, I think if I could go to the shop, buy nicked juice legally for not a stupid price, I'd be happy. But then again, like I said, there's those people who mix their own flavors and they want to add their own nicotine.
Different concentrates, which is
maybe they should be able to sell nicotine in like pre-mixed little, what do you call it? Like boosters, you know how you just, what do they call them? Shots. Yeah. Like so you can, if you want 12 milligram, you just pump that in your bottle. I don't know. It's going to piss a lot of people off because there's no, I think this is why the law's still all over the place because they don't know what to do. And then there's that other thing where pharmacies can sell it, but problem with pharmacies, they're not going to carry every bloody flavour. And they did go through that thing where they're only going to sell no flavour or menthol.
That's what's going to happen, man. They're going to work in with businesses and
I
have a foul feeling that they're going to make it very difficult for these smaller local businesses. I have a very dark feeling. Hopefully I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong.
The rules of a vape shop are tighter than a tobacconist, which is just insane. You can't look inside. You're not allowed to see inside.
You're not allowed to taste test unless you're in certain places that I've been to. Yeah, that's still legal.
Yeah, they're allowed to because apparently the regional law, right. And that's what it's called, the grandfather.
I went down to Hepburn
grandfather
Springs.
Law. Yeah.
And that's right. Victory Vapes.
Yeah, they're the best. They're
amazing.
A pretty good shop.
Shout out to those blokes. Yeah,
they're protected. Awesome I don't know about now, but they were protected by. Is it called the grandfather law? Basically, they started before the law.
Yeah.
Applied, so they're allowed to do taste testing. You're allowed to vape in the shop.
Yep.
But I don't know about now. They might have changed.
I haven't been back. If everyone's been back recently, you can let us on that. Let us know.
Yeah.
But
do you think vape juices? He's
had one glass of wine and he's already fucked. I love it.
It's the THC, brother. No. Do you think vape juices are targeted to kids? Because this is a big one that we always see in the media.
Of course.
Maybe they're not purposely targeted to kids, but I think I'm
not saying that they go out purposefully making designing something that will
except
target
for Jewel.
kids, they have to make them appealing to a wide variety of peoples. And unfortunately, you have a look at it, Hubba Bubba flavors.
Yeah.
I used to have that when I was a kid.
Do you know
nerds?
Do you know which packet I love the most? But if I was a kid, I would have loved it. The Vaptasia, the cartoon pineapple.
Yeah.
That's the sickest bottle ever.
They all look fantastic. Like, let's be honest, they're
cool.
very, very immature looking boxes. So I would say that, it if you looked at the boxing, you'd say, that was targeted towards children.
Yeah.
I would say.
Just by
simply looking at the box.
That's a big one the government use against vaping. But, I mean,
if they were to make a box and they
plain
go...
packages.
Plain packaging, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I don't care about that. It looks cool, but I don't care about it.
Like, I
don't buy bottles what they look like anymore. No, I never used to anyway, actually. But, yeah.
I know people are going, it's so much cheaper and I'm saving a lot of money by vaping. And I know it is cheap. But, like... and I'm going to say this again, compared to smoking cigarettes, even if they kick the prices up double, it's still a good deal.
I agree. Yeah, it is.
You know, I'd be more than happy to pay for that. I know a lot of people out there are telling me, you're an idiot.
I get reamed on my juice now because I do have nicotine at home that I use to mix.
Yeah,
but
so do I.
I'm kind of keeping it for a rainy day.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
I've been ordering my juices from Mixology, which is the Alpha thing, and they're not cheap for 60 mil.
How much you get?
It's probably... I can't remember. I'm thinking it's around $40 Australian
for 60 mil.
Is that 60 mil?
No, it's 100.
Is it 100 mil?
100 mil.
I can't remember.
No, that's not 60
anyway, it's more expensive than what I could get here and mix my own, but I really don't care. It's pre-mixed.
That's
about
delivered
right. To me.
There's a Nick premium. So
and
like I said, daughter's bud cost me $32. If I want a Nick, it's about $40, $8 extra. I don't give a shit. Even if it cost me $40 extra. I know it's a lot before anyone goes, oh my God. But seriously, once again, in terms of buying cigarettes, and I've seen the prices.
Let's be honest, if they cost the same as cigarettes, people should still consider vaping.
Exactly.
Just because of
even if
they
were a couple of dollars less than cigarettes, you're still winning.
Yeah.
But then again, people want to go out there and they want to go buy certain things, and that was a lot of the reasoning behind choosing vaping was because they could save a lot of money.
Yeah, I have.
Which I understand.
I remember every day having to think, I need to find money for ciggies and petrol and all that shit.
Good example.
Now it's like you get a bottle, it's like, I'm good for however long. Yeah.
Good example. One of the guys from work, his name's Peter, and he smoked for 35 years. His wife also smoked for the same amount of time. And I got him onto vaping, has not looked back, and they save that much money. They go on cruises every year now. Yeah. Like, I know that sounds stupid. It goes, you're so stereotypical. They go on a cruise every year. No, seriously. They go on a cruise every damn year with the amount of money that they sell.
And especially with them going up.
They're smoking a pack or two a day each.
Yeah. Yep.
Especially, and you convert that into today's prices. That is ridiculous.
A lot of money, man.
So, financial, yes, I'm all over it. I love that idea. Yeah, so like Michael said, even if they were only a couple of dollars less than cigarettes, I'd still buy them. I don't give a crap.
Yeah.
Still worth it.
Yep.
So people won't like that, but
yeah, I mean, no matter what we say, no matter what anyone says, there's always going to be someone who doesn't agree.
Right.
Can't keep everyone happy, but I mean, at the same time, like Adrian was saying before about how dangerous nicotine is,
highly dangerous.
I've seen some horror stories on some of the groups about kids getting their hands on their parents' nicotine somehow. I don't know how, because it should be locked away well, but it happens. But I mean, at the same time, what's the difference between that and bleach in someone's bottom cupboard, I guess? But it doesn't matter. With all that kind of stuff, you should be careful with it. Don't let your kids go anywhere near it. But not even that. Doing it yourself, if you're using 500 milligram nicotine, little drip on your fingers enough to make you feel like shit.
No, see you later.
It doesn't take much to kill someone.
But there was an article I read that said they were trying to say that nicotine as a Schedule 7 poison shouldn't be there, and they were saying that the amount it takes to kill a person is still. I mean, they and ah about it.
Yeah,
because obviously it depends on size of the person.
Yeah.
It's sort of like alcohol and things like how it affects the body differently. So, but yeah, that's just stupid. Nicotine's extremely dangerous. And to say that is stupid.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. If you get that much on your hand, it can kill you.
Yeah. If you're being a dick and you don't agree with that, then you're not being responsible for the dangers of it.
Yeah, that's right.
You're not. Yeah, you're not aware of it, which is scary itself.
I think a lot of people out there have, a lot of vapors have got too comfortable with the idea of being unregulated.
Yeah.
And like anything, like food.
Exactly,
and this brings us to another one where people were making juices. And I hate to say this again, a lot of people out there, I understand you started a business. More power to you. Completely understand it. I'm very big on businesses. I'm a liberal. big on small businesses. But there's entirely too many people out there that have gotten used to the fact that it's unregulated. they were making juices wherever the hell they wanted to.
Yeah.
And I don't like that, and I never did like that.
No, if you're making them at home for yourself, that's cool.
That's fine,
but not
exactly
to sell
right.
to people when you make it in a pot in your kitchen or a bathtub.
You can't guarantee the safety of it. Exactly, like in a bathtub. Bathtub juice.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, thank you.
And that's if you're offended by that, then again, that's stupid because
that's right, because
you're the one vaping that juice. And do you want to know where your shit came from or not? Like,
well, it's about the consumer.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's get away from vaping for 1 second, right? Yeah. And what is a business supposed to do?
Would you like it if I
look
made
up
you
your consumer?
Would you like it if I? Dude, do you know this brings me to another funny point. Actually, do you know how many people that live around here that I've seen? They've got kitchens in their garages, right?
Yeah, wogs.
And I speak to them. Yeah, I speak to them and I'm like, oh, what's that all about? And like, oh, we own a restaurant.
Yeah.
I'm like, these fuckers cook from home.
Yeah, and bring it in.
And bring their shit into the restaurant and heat it up at the restaurant. Yeah. They do it so that their restaurant stays clean, so when health inspectors come, it looks like nothing's been used. It looks clean as. And secondly, they do it because they don't want to go into the restaurant to cook. But that's pretty shitty.
No, that pisses me off.
Because the place that's getting health inspected isn't the place where they're cooking. So that's pretty shitty.
What are you in it for?
It's the same thing.
What are you in it for? You're making juices.
Yeah.
To sell to people, your consumer, or the consumers that want your juice.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure you'd want to make sure that it was all safe and above board.
Yeah, and it's easy enough now to rent a cool room. I know someone who was using a friend's restaurant. Yeah. I don't know if that's legal or not. I'm sure it is because it's a cooking environment to make juice.
But people have actually set up proper clean rooms.
Proper clean rooms and stuff, and good on them.
That's
and
fantastic.
Also, there's places where if you give them your recipe, they will make you juice in a clean room.
One of our moderators does that as well.
Yes.
Daniel.
Yep. They'll handle all the logistics and stuff, which I think is something I would do if I was making juice.
Great juices.
Yeah, bloody
chaos vapes.
Cloud chaos.
Cloud chaos.
Yeah, bloody good.
Fantastic.
That's what I would do. Because I mean, there's only so long you can. Yeah, I don't know. Imagine someone dies because of your homemade juice. That's like everything, like you said before. It's food. It's everything.
This shouldn't even be a query.
Yeah, you wouldn't like it if you knew where your food came from some of the time, and everything
people would be horrified.
If
people saw that, they'd be horrified and go, "I'm not eating that."
Yeah.
But you'll vape on something that someone made in their bathtub.
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
Yeah.
Oh no, but we need to make sure that vaping is free and that it's unregulated. No, too much regulation bad, obviously.
Yes.
A little bit of regulation you need.
Yep.
Because otherwise, cowboys go out there and make random crap.
And this is exactly why America had that thing where all these people vaping were dying and ended up in hospital.
Right. That's right.
And then, of course, they used it against vaping. Oh, this is what happens with vaping. But
Vitamin E.
Even my old man came up to me. He's like, see this vaping crap?
I hear that all,
These 3 people have died in a week and there's 10 people in hospital. I'm like, Dad, there's something going on. For me to vape for 10 years, nothing happens. Like, not just to me, but to anyone I know or anyone in the community. And we know a lot of people in the vaping community because we have a vape group with over 3,000 members. And we're members of other vape groups with even more...
Calm down.
Calm down. And no, we're in other vape groups with even more members. To all of a sudden, there's the amount of people dying and being hospitalized in a week. I said, Dad, something's going on. Someone's making dodgy juice. Something's happening. Anyway, they found out it was that synthetic weed or whatever, the vitamin E, someone making their own juice that was sending all these people to hospital. And that's all it was.
Building on that, actually, there's a lot of people out there going, oh, we want to make vaping, build up vaping, get everyone that, off the cigarettes.
Yep.
And I think what vaping today is missing is legitimacy. Right?
Yeah.
Especially within the governments, man.
A lot of people that are very contradictory. We should be able to do whatever the fuck we want. Oh, we want everyone to quit smoking and get on the vapes. But do you think that everyone is able to mix nicotine properly and all that stuff?
Well, no, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
Exactly right. And this is what I've had words with the older generation, like my dad's age.
Yep.
And a lot of guys. So, like, my dad has tried it. He doesn't mind it, but he sort of still smokes. I know a few other guys that I've spoken to about it around my dad's age, around 50 plus. The boomers, and they all said the same thing to me. If I could go down to the shop and buy it from the shop, I would use it.
Yep.
And
it's all too hard.
And this is what I'm saying to you. And this is what I say to a lot of people out there that don't want it regulated. If this had just a little bit more legitimacy to it, you'd have 3 times more 3 times more consumers coming to you buying your product.
Because everyone that I speak to, I don't know where to get it. Even me starting.
Yeah, I don't know where to get it. I don't know what's in it. Oh, is it okay? The government says it's bad for me. I've seen all these ads. I've spoken to people. No.
Then there's the bullshit about the diacetyl and all that stuff, which happened in the very, very early days of the first juices, which none of them have anymore. Plus, cigarettes have like 100 times the amount of diacetyl those had anyway.
Yep.
But yeah, same thing. The amount of people who want to quit, but it's all too hard because even when I started, I consider us both reasonably well switched on. It was really confusing to know what I needed to buy. Thankfully now, devices are easy to get and juice is easy to get without nicotine anyway. But yeah, most people are going to want nicotine to quit, and that's when it gets hard. How do I mix it? Like I've seen some dumb shit in our group about people asking, or every group asking how to, should I put 50 mil of this nicotine in this? Because that's, and I'm like, no, what are you doing? And this is exactly,
this is the problem, man. They think it's a game. They don't understand. It brings me back to again, it's a poison.
Yeah.
If you think that it should remain unregulated and people should run around playing with poisons without proper education, that is stupid.
Yep.
Okay, it's silly.
Yep.
And the only thing you're going to do is completely close up vaping in Australia because that's what's going to happen.
Imagine, a shit ton of people die.
Imagine that person didn't ask that question and did it.
Then vaping will be, that's it. No, sorry guys, it's all over.
Well, I'm glad that person asked the question, but imagine they just did it.
Exactly.
See you later.
Yeah.
It's not a good look for the vaping in general, is it?
Yeah, it's a tough one. But another thing that the government says that I have here, I've just got some little notes because I can't remember shit. They say that vaping...
It's the weed, man.
Vaping's never been proven to be a successful cessation device for smoking, but I've found that to be bullshit. As I said, we've got that group with a lot of members that have all, not all, but a lot have quit smoking with vaping. A lot of friends. I don't really know any friends that smoke anymore. They either vape or they don't do anything. Or they got off it because of vapes. Jav, we vaped, then got off it.
But we did say this. You don't see a lot of people in general smoking anymore.
No, that's true. That's very true.
I don't know whether that's because of vaping or just because people actually understand.
Well, they can't.
They've always actually,
yeah.
That's a good point too. Like, it physically can't afford cigarettes anymore, so they just go, it's done. I'm finished now.
Yep. But then there's an article by ATHRA, which is the Australian Australian Tobacco Harm Reduction Agency. I think that's what it is. They confirmed that vaping would save lives. Hang on, let me read that in a second. But I got an email this week from Legalize Vaping.
Yeah.
They did do a study about people's attempting to quit smoking, and their survey found that over 80% of vapers have tried 3 or more smoking cessation methods before quitting cigarettes with vaping. Actually, I don't think I've finished before.
We did.
Yeah.
That's pretty much us.
And I tried a lot of things except for Champix, but Louis was on Champix and he wanted to kill himself.
We heard horror stories like within the first couple of months of people taking that.
Yeah. So Champix, for those who don't know, it's a tablet, prescribed.
My dad tried it. Like it.
Yeah, a prescribed tablet, which is probably worse than nicotine. It's a prescribed tablet that stops you from wanting to smoke, but the side effects are horrendous. Nightmares, sweats, palpitations, just everything. And yeah, Louis, seriously, he's normally a real happy guy. He said he wanted to kill himself on it, so yeah, he had to get off. Yeah, I've heard some really bad things. So I never tried Champix, but I did try, patches, chewing gum. Chewing gum
was...
Yeah.
It was horrible. It did not work at all.
Gum was half okay for me. The longest I'd quit smoking before vaping was 2 weeks. That was using the gum.
I did it with the inhaler.
And the inhaler.
Yeah. Oh, both. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Me and Jab would be smoking with the chewing gum as well. Like, it just didn't.
Jesus Christ.
Like you said, there's people are addicted to different things, and for me, it just didn't. Maybe the craving for the nicotine was gone, but I didn't find. I don't know. I just found there was something missing. I needed something.
Yeah. Yep.
But
like I said, and going back to vaping in general, it lacks the legitimacy that it deserves. Because if you really believe that it is as good as you say it is, then you'll be fighting for regulation or a form of regulation.
And they do. Okay, here's the thing. A lot we'd see it so many times when someone tries to sell juice with nicotine in it on groups.
Oh, definitely.
They get flamed for good reason.
Exactly.
You can't gift, sell nicotine juice in Australia, and they're all for that.
Mm-hmm. It's good.
But then some of them are against regulation in other ways. So it's like, well, if you want more people to vape and safely, unfortunately, the only way is regulation. Because although you know what you're doing when you buy nicotine, you know how to mix it, you know what you're doing, there's a lot of people who don't know shit.
Exactly. That'll
kill themselves, and then that is what will be the nail in the coffin
business.
For vaping.
You look after consumers. That's the number one.
Yes.
Well, you go into business apart from making money.
Exactly.
You need to make sure that people don't die buying your products.
That's
That's bad for business.
It is a bit, yeah. What else?
But yeah, I think apart from that, like, we don't want to weigh too much into anything else. It was more just our stories.
Yeah.
Why we chose to vape.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I still vape now.
Yeah.
Again, like, people can go, but you've been on it for like nearly 10 years.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I go, it's a choice.
I get that all the time.
For one, I like to think it's a choice.
I think I could quit vaping much easier than I could quit smoking.
Yeah, I found that. Did you find I can get my vape, and if I forget it, for example,
okay.
I'm good for. I could do that for 2 days and not really worry.
Yep.
Depending on my mood,
your mood,
and
I was going to say,
stressed I am.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So, but that just for that, if I was smoking cigarettes full on, there was absolutely no way. If I left a packet at home, I'd go and buy another pack.
Yeah.
Straight away. I'd go, let's buy another pack.
Yep.
Straight away. So, that, I find it really helpful.
Yeah. So in terms of the health, I know it's healthier just from the way I feel. You're getting a shit ton less chemicals. There's hundreds of chemicals in a cigarette as opposed to usually only, you've got propylene glycol, vegetable glycerin, and then the flavors and nicotine. So you maybe got
3 or 4, 5.
Yeah, depending on what flavors they're put in, but they're just flavors that are in your food that you consume every day, or food colorings and things. It's all the same shit.
Different concentrates to make the juices.
Yep.
Flavoring.
Yeah, so you're getting a lot less chemicals, and I just, like I said, I know by the way I feel that it's healthier. England did that study that I tried to find some notes on, but I had to watch the video, so I didn't. I watched it years ago.
Couldn't be bothered.
So I remember some of it, but I couldn't find an actual rundown of the data. But basically, they had groups of 3 people, I think it was, people who currently smoked, people who never did any smoking or vaping, and then people who vaped.
Yeah.
And they did a whole variety of tests, and one of them was seeing their lungs at the end of I think it was a month or 3 months or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And the vapors' lungs didn't change.
Yeah.
The smokers' lungs got a little progressively worse.
Yeah.
And the people who did nothing but then took up vaping for the test, their lungs didn't change either.
Yeah.
Also, they did test with secondhand smoke, how inhaling it didn't harm anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, just from that study, they devised that it was 99%, but now I think the number's changed to 97%. Mm-hmm. I don't know why. But, just I just know by the way I feel. I don't buy into the data
it depends. So, like, I know, like, it depends on how you look at the studies, right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying like the studies are stacked in favor of vaping, but I'm just saying, like, if you look at Australia,
doing nothing's better for you.
It's almost like they look for the bad side.
They do.
So if you said 98, but there's 2% that does this. Like, that's sort of like what the Australian government does.
This is what's annoying. They say, we don't think it's a successful cessation device. Okay, so who gives a fuck? Just legalize it, and then people can. If it doesn't work for people, it doesn't work. Just legalize it anyway.
I don't understand that. I do not understand that. Every person I've spoken to is bullshit.
Yes.
Every single person I've spoken to would have said that, it has cut their cravings at least by half.
Yes.
I'd say. And taking them off the cigarettes for a minimum, when I speak to a minimum of 2 to 3 weeks, I'd say.
Yeah.
Which is usually the gentle period to get into it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I found when I first did. I think 2 or 3 weeks, and your mouth starts getting funny, and your skin and your mouth. Remember that?
Yeah, the dry mouth. Yeah,
dry mouth.
I was saying to Noel before, a guy who was here before, how much water I had to drink when because I said I had an obsession with my drink bottle, but it started because of vaping. Because for the first week, I had bloody ulcers and not ulcers, but just
the inside of my cheeks.
My skin would roll off in my mouth. Yeah.
Like, oh my god, no! I made the wrong choice.
Yeah, that was only for about a week or so, but.
That was scary.
But what's annoying about the government is that, one, they say it's not a successful cessation device. Mm-hmm. That's fine. If you think that, then just still legalize it. You know that cigarettes kill thousands, millions of people every year. That's still legal. Alcohol is like the worst fucking drug of them all.
Nothing to say.
No.
And if you brought
it might be bad. Okay, but we know cigarettes are bad. Why the fuck are they still there?
It might be bad, but cigarettes is bad. We know it is bad. But that's not the point here. We're not talking about cigarettes. We're talking about vaping. It's like, that is so stupid.
Yeah,
that is so stupid.
Yeah.
And that's one of the major.
And they want years of data before they see if it's good or bad. But 10 years, I'd say 10 years is enough to see if anyone's gotten fucked up on it or not yet.
100%.
10 years is a long time. 100%. I've had lung X-rays and stuff. Kind of recently, and they've been completely normal.
And the technology we have now is way better than what we had.
Yep.
When they were studying the effects of cigarettes on people.
Yep.
And like you said,
doctors. This is what my dad says. Doctors said cigarettes were good too back in the day. This, and that. I'm like, yeah. they're all paid off, and
Yeah, but Jesus,
it's different.
I
I know by the way I feel, as I've said a million times, that's my gauge of whether it's healthier or not. I wake up, I feel normal.
I don't know anybody that felt felt well smoking.
Nah, same here.
And if they did, they're a liar.
Yep.
That's what I found.
Yep.
There's no way in hell that you felt amazing while you were smoking. You
Nah.
couldn't do anything. Like if you went for a run, if you played any sport, if you had a sedentary life, I'd say, okay,
Maybe
you
so,
probably
yeah.
wouldn't even know what the hell was going on anyway.
Yeah.
But if you like, you're into fitness and you said, run or go to the gym or something like that, 100%. When I was smoking, when I was about 19, 20, I used to train every day. You know what I was like?
Yeah.
And I
You're
found
an animal.
by the time I got to like 23, I couldn't do it
Started to
anymore.
hear,
I
yeah.
started to feel the effects of smoking.
Yep.
And that's when I decided to, no, I can't do this anymore.
Yep.
So, and that's pretty much when I found vaping. Not
Yeah.
long after that, actually.
And like I said, I feel the same as I do now vaping than I did before I smoked, which is saying something considering I'm 10 years older.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Like I should still feel shitter, but I don't.
You look fantastic, by the way.
Thank you.
You look really good in that hat,
Do you
too.
like the hat?
Yeah.
I think I look like a bit of a dick bag.
He's feeling
Let
a
me know
little
in the
bit.
comments if I look like a dick bag in a hat. Because my partner lied to me at the shop. I said, "Does it look right?" She's like, "Yeah, it looks fine." I'm like, "You're lying." So I've been asking everyone, but no, it looks all right. Yeah, I don't know.
Don't hurt
'Cause
his
my
feelings.
hair's all-
He looks good.
My hair's all long and effed up. So
Fantastic, man. Loving the Everlast hat, too, you wog.
dude, I had an Everlast shirt on before this. I had to change it because I was like,
You see on the table, he's got his Crocs
Everlast
on.
fanboy. Yeah, I've got no pants on under the table actually. Yeah, but I don't know. I think that's about all we wanted to cover with vaping. Because let us know in the comments below. What's your stance on what should the law be, and what do you think of everything? I know we've probably pissed off a lot of people with some of the shit we've said.
Seriously.
But you need to be honest with yourself. Here's another thing that shits me about vapors too. And I'm one, so don't worry. But
PC culture. I'm one, too.
I'm one,
It's
so
all right.
I can say I can bag them.
Yeah, exactly.
No, someone will say something bad about vaping that might have been true. Like when I had that breathing issue with the answer, like, no, it's not that. Fuck off. It's not that. It's something else. And maybe it was. But come on, man.
I'm sorry. You a doctor or scientist? No.
Come
Who are
on,
you?
man. It could be this.
It's Joe Blow's fucking bus driver telling you that you're fine.
Yeah, dickheads' devices were blowing up and shit. Oh, no, you fucked something up. And yeah, they probably did.
I don't regret anything we said. No, seriously.
But there's some pieces of shit devices. Half of these are made in China, very low quality.
Yeah,
not saying anything's wrong with China. They make some good stuff as well. But there are some low quality shit that comes out of there. We know that.
Some.
A lot. But that devices just fail. I've had devices auto fire, and they're regulated devices.
And hiding the fact that
internal batteries
doesn't help the cause.
Exactly. And a lot of people are like, no, fuck that shit. It's not. It's you. You
need to bring light of it. If you don't bring light to it, someone else will.
Yes, this can happen. Just don't do this. This can happen.
100%.
And like I said, I've had devices that are regulated, internal batteries, so it's nothing to do with what I've done. Self-fire in the middle of the bloody night. Luckily, I've woken up because the shit's nearly been on fire. The tank's been melted or exploded.
I was
Shit
just
everywhere.
Say, having spoken about nicotine.
Oh, that's another thing. Someone's like, "Oh, you shouldn't have charged your vape at night." Well, it could have happened during the day as well. All right.
Don't use the USB point for it.
Internal battery.
Even though it charges
that's what
the
I'm
device.
saying.
I don't care what anyone says. Even though why is it charge a device then? I'm not supposed to use it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
That one used to piss me off.
I've charged. You know what? I'm going to be honest here. Everyone's going to go, "Oh my god!" I've charged my vape through the fucking USB port
for years.
For 10 years, and nothing bad has ever happened to me.
Yep. The only reason I bought a charger was so I could have two batteries on the go, like two sets on the go that I could easily swap. Yeah. But I used to charge them in the vape all the time. Yeah. I don't know.
I've got an actual battery charger that I use. Don't get me wrong, but like I'll have it in my desk if I'm doing some work, and I'll just plug it in.
Yeah.
And then.
I mean,
because it's got pass-through too. You can charge while you're vaping.
Yeah.
Why have that?
Yeah. And again, that comes down to the low quality of some of the devices.
That's right.
Maybe some of them don't charge so well and catch fire, but
very little poor quality ones will allow you to do that.
Exactly. And like I've said, I've had devices regulated with internal batteries with reputable brands, literally self-fire, catch fire. Not catch fire, but
I remember you had a few
probably seconds from it.
Was that the Inikin device you had you had a problem with, the self-firing?
What was that?
Kept firing in your pocket, but like going...
Yeah.
Kept firing.
But there was one that would just... what was it? Lewis had one too, and it happened to him.
That's
and then
right.
I'm like, did a warning, do not buy this. No, it was...
Because I remember you posted on the group.
Yeah.
And a few other people had the same issue.
A lot of people. Because I did a YouTube video on it when I had the vape channel, and a lot of people were like, mine just self-fired. How do you fix it? I'm like, you fucking throw it in the bin. Don't trust that. Or like at night, I had to... make sure it was turned off, and even then I was scared it would self-fire.
Yeah.
So
I just want to say,
you got to admit,
crack it. Yeah. About this, what we said. Honestly, you shouldn't be.
then
we're
you're not,
all for vaping.
yes.
We're vapors. We've been doing it for nearly 10 years.
And maybe it's that amount of time that we've had that's allowed us to see
yeah, that's right. Like
this shit.
But I'm looking at, like, I like to look at it in terms of a business, right? And we're going to go over this same thing again. You want to make sure you look after the consumers. You want to make sure that, you need to be regulated. There has to be some form of regulation. Because you're not, this is the way, I don't care what anyone says, you're not going to self-regulate yourself if you're making money. You can get away with this and this and that. You go, I'll just,
Imagine someone could
there's
just
nothing
start
there to
making
stop you from
vodka
doing
and
it.
wine and selling it
Exactly.
on the fucking street.
Well, that's
Would you buy it? Probably
especially
not.
spirits, because you can kill you. But
I'd do it for myself, or if my father-in-law sometimes makes some wild shit, like vodkas and stuff. He's made wines and stuff.
Wine and beer.
I'd drink that.
That's
'cause
different.
I know he's done
That's
it.
different.
And, you just have a sip, see where it goes. If I don't die, then
But
I'll
that's
have
just a
bit more.
cleanliness factor. When you're working with stills, they're very dangerous if you don't know what they're doing, because you could be drinking pure alcohol. So you could be very careful. And this is the same thing with nicotine.
100%.
And if you're going to run a
don't
business,
agree with that, then you don't.
that's right. You need to.
Then you don't give a shit about people getting on the vapes and quitting smoking.
I don't
'cause
care if no
that's
one
what
agrees.
Yeah.
I don't care if no one
That's what I'm
agrees with
saying.
what I've said. You need to.
Yeah.
If you want to run a successful business, you need to make sure that you're running everything properly. And like I said, once it gets regulated, I actually look forward to it a little bit, because it'd be a lot safer for everyone else.
Yep.
And it's going to like double or even triple your market, man.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's
Like,
it.
that's how you got to look at it.
Mhm.
Okay, it might be a little bit more time and money for yourself in the short term.
Yep.
But businesses are always about looking at long term.
Yep.
How are you going to benefit long term?
If someone can go into a vape shop and buy everything they need to quit smoking,
Exactly. You kick your
More
prices up a
business,
little
more
bit
money.
as well, and you're making money. I don't understand people.
more people off the ciggies.
So, but yeah, I think we'll leave that vaping thing there.
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.
And if I've offended anybody,
Good.
I don't,
Because I still don't give a fuck. Nah, we don't mean to offend anyone. It's just we've vaped for so long. We've seen shit happen.
But nothing we're saying is offensive.
It shouldn't be. No.
Nothing we're saying is offensive.
Like I said, if you agree
true.
with people wanting people to quit smoking and you think it's the good choice, you also need to agree that there does need to be some regulation in both the way juices are made and also nicotine handling. Because although you know what you're doing, there's a lot of people who don't.
Actually,
Dude, when I mix nicotine, I wear a mask.
oh
Because
man,
I've done it with that one before. Just inhaling.
I
Just
look like
being
I'm wearing a
over,
Hazchem suit, dude.
yeah, same. Just being over the bottle, I've had ridiculous headaches and felt like shit. So, and I think I know what I'm doing to a point. You know what I mean? There's people who have no idea.
I showed my brother how to did my brother Shannon how I did it for the first time, and I'm like, okay, Shannon, I'm gonna be completely. Listen to me right now. He goes, what? I go, do not fuck around while I do this.
Yeah.
Like, fuck around after, please. Do not fuck with me while I'm doing this, because I'll punch you.
I hate it. I stood
knock
in the
you out.
garage,
I do, yeah.
just away from everything.
And then I'm so
I take the
hardcore about it. I'm
gloves
like,
off without
what have I
touching
touched?
shit. Yes,
What-
dude,
and I look
same
in the
here. I
I
wash
in the
everything.
bathroom or wherever I do. I go, what have I touched? What have I touched? And I get really full on about it.
Yep, I lay down paper towel like 10 layers thick.
Yeah.
Gloves.
Yeah. And I wash.
I wash everything.
everything.
I take my gloves off.
Yep.
As I'm taking them off, I pick up the paper towel and have them in the glove, and I wash the shit out of my hands, even though they probably haven't touched it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I got nicotine once splash up on my
remember that.
forearm.
I tell people that story.
500 milligram.
Yep.
Splash up on my forearm out of the bottle when I think I don't even know how it happened.
That was years ago.
Yeah, I think it was when I syringed it out. Something happened. Anyway, somehow it flicked on my forearm and bloody hell, man, I felt like shit. I felt sick. I had a massive headache for hours.
Yeah.
I just tried to smash heaps of water. So, yeah, and like I said, I've been doing this for years. There's people who don't know what they're doing. Yeah.
In finishing, I think, again, legitimacy is key here.
Yes.
You want to be legitimate, this is the way it needs to happen.
Yep.
Okay, regulations.
And a lot of what
We
we've
need it.
said will not matter to anyone in our country because I don't know how does it work in New Zealand. Do they just buy juice off the shelf or can they buy it to mix?
I'm pretty sure because like you can buy it from Vaporize.
Yeah,
Is
so
it?
they can just buy nicotine.
You can just buy it there,
Yeah.
pre-mixed. So that's a world I want to live in.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
Be fantastic.
Bloody hell. That would be good.
So what else is new in the wonderful life of Michael?
What's new?
Any good games lately, mate?
Yeah. I love how you asked like you didn't know. Watch Dogs Legion, which is the third installment of the Watch Dogs series. I got to admit, it's grown on me. I really love it now. But when I first played it, I was like, it feels older than the first two.
Yeah.
For some weird reason, the graphics aren't really any better from what I remember. It's been a long time.
So much crap crammed into it. That's why.
Yeah, there's a lot to it. Yeah.
Yep.
The multiplayer sucks, the online, because from what I remember, if anyone knows, and if anyone remembers better than me, let me know. But from what I remember, the first two games of Watch Dogs, you could play online the campaign
and co-op
with a mate. Yeah,
so you can't co-op in this one.
You can co-op, but you can only co-op the missions that are made for online. Do you know what it's like? It's exact. They've copied GTA Online.
Yeah, that's shit.
Which is good and shit.
I don't know how many people like that. I hate it.
I don't know.
I'd
love to
too
be
linear.
Yeah, like Ghost Recon. Me and Brendan would co-op the missions. It was the most fun ever. Dying Light, which we spoke about last time.
Yep.
We'd co-op that. It's just fun, just talking shit with your mate while you're actually completing something. Whereas online, it doesn't feel like you're getting anywhere.
They've pushed that back again. I think we spoke about that last time. They pushed that back again.
Man, I want that game badly. But yeah, no. Watch Dogs Legion. It's really good. It's I think it's weird is the driving when you do a skid. It's like the same repeated sound effect.
Standard screech.
Every time you pull it, it's not any different. It's weird. It just seems like a game's older than the first two in terms of that kind of stuff. But no, it is a great game. I'm hooked on it now. I'll play it tonight probably.
How many hours you put into that bad boy?
Quite. Dude, time flies when you're playing games, I've found. Like, I'll jump on at like 9 o'clock. I'm like, oh, sweet, I'll just play for a couple of hours. And then I look, it's like 2 a.m. I'm like, shit. So
that happens a lot.
Yeah, no, but it's a good game. I just wish the online, you could co-op the campaign. There are co-op missions online, but from what I've seen so far, you're playing with a whole bunch of random dickheads.
Okay.
So you might play, but we'll also be playing with like 10 other people on that same server.
Yep.
It sucks. Because, I don't know, you want to talk to your mate and say, oh, do this, we're going to do that, we'll do this. Should we go in guns blazing or are we going to do this covert? You know what I mean? But there's dickheads already there blowing shit up and you're like, oh, okay, well.
That's why I wish we could play first-person shooters. But, actually, maybe we can now since you've got the THC.
Yes, let me tell you.
Please, let everyone know this story.
It wasn't, I don't even think it was anxiety. I'll tell you what it was. These guys were playing Battlefield 4 and...
Battlefield 1. Battlefield
4.
1.
Was it 1 that time? Yeah, okay. I used to play Battlefield 4. Anyway, Battlefield 1... Before I started playing, I finished like a whole bag of rice chips or something, and then another bag of whatever it was full of fiber, lentils and shit. Anyway, I was playing the game, and then all of a sudden, I got this wild pain from my stomach all the way up my chest, and I was playing for a while, and I'm like, all right, guys, I gotta go. I just disappeared, and I took a wild shit.
Typical Morgano fashion. He thought he was having a heart attack.
I thought I was going to die. I really did. So then I stopped playing that game because of that experience. That's what anxiety did to me, man. It would stop me doing things because I'd be like, I'd have an anxiety attack doing this one thing. It was even dumb to the point where I'd wear a certain singlet. If I had anxiety that day,
that's hardcore, man.
I'd be like, last time I wore that singlet, I got real fucked up anxiety. Maybe I shouldn't wear it. But then, you know what? I was not smart enough, but I had the balls enough to just wear it and go, fuck it.
I wasn't that... No, I'm not going to say you were bad, but
I was bad, man. I was bad.
I would purposefully not go... See, this is something that I had for about 2 years, probably when I was around 25 to about 27. I would purposefully not go too far because I had anxiety leaving the house.
Yeah.
And I would want to go back home. Yeah. And then as soon as I got back home, I felt better.
Yeah.
I hated it, man. Anywhere I went, I just felt crap all the time.
I had that too. Even just going to the shops
I hated
before this oil, I'd procrastinate for like an hour.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll go to the toilet. I've got to do this. Oh, I've got to make sure, like just stupid stuff. Now, dude, I just grab my shit and leave the house. It's the weirdest feeling to be so free.
That's me.
It sounds cliche, but it's just weird to feel normal. Like, I haven't felt like this for 10 years. Just leave the house, grab shit, come home. Whereas I used to be like, oh, I'll make sure my drink bottle's full. I got to make sure I go to the toilet before. I got to make sure I eat before because I'd start to panic if I hadn't eaten and I knew. And it was funny, if I didn't eat, I used to get dizzy and feel shitty.
And then it would make it feel worse.
Well, I don't even get that now. I think that was not even low blood sugar. It was just anxiety. Oh, shit, I haven't eaten. Oh, fuck. But now, none of that stuff,
They used to feed my anxiety, man.
Yeah.
Because I'm really bad for not eating at work.
Yeah.
And then when I get home, I feel like shit.
Yes.
And then the anxiety used to kick in.
Dude, just how much I eat now. Because I'd avoid eating because I'd either feel like shit or I wouldn't want to eat something because I thought I was going to die. But now I'm like, I'm an animal. I've got to relax now. I've got to stop eating. I've been eating like kind of badly lately. But it's hard. My partner's pregnant. You know what it's like.
I do.
They crave stuff and you eat it with them.
Oh fuck, man. We both put on weight together. It was horrible.
I didn't put on too much actually. Actually, I've lost a kilo and I'm lower in body fat, which is I gained a kilo, but my body fat's lower.
Put muscle on.
Yeah, somehow.
That's good.
Look at this though, brother.
You're looking fucking amazing.
Touch it. Let me know what you think.
Not bad,
It's
man.
good, huh?
Shit. You know what's feel better? Your ass.
Yeah,
He's got a really nice ass, guys.
it was better
Very
when I was
perky.
like, it was better when I was dancing like Lance, riding bikes. For those who don't get the reference, Lance Armstrong. Anyway, yeah, back to what's it called? Yeah, so I had a mad anxiety attack playing Battlefield, and then I couldn't play it ever again. But no, I'd play it now for sure. Yeah, yeah.
That was crap. Come jump on. No, I can't, man.
It was bad.
Why? Oh, no, I just can't. And then you tell me, oh, no, I had a really bad anxiety attack. So
Do
I
you,
can't play
do you know
anymore.
what it was as well? I was sitting in my old room. So I have my own house now, but this is when I lived with my parents. My TV was like in front of me, like there. I was sitting on my computer chair, sitting sideways. So that didn't help too, because it made my back all. Yeah, it just was really bad. That scared the shit out of me. It wasn't even the game. I wasn't scared of it or anything like that. Like,
I love you.
yeah, I wasn't scared of it. Nothing like that. It was just weird. I don't know. I just felt all claustrophobic and shit that day. But no, Watch Dogs is good. You should get
As
it.
you tend to do. Yeah.
It's a good game.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, I reckon you'll like it. Did you like the first two?
I only played the first one. I didn't play
Did you like it?
Yeah, I actually really did like it.
Then I think
the
you'll
story
like
was
three.
really good.
Yeah, the story's good in this. The gameplay's sick. The fighting and stuff and the weapon. The thing I love about this game, it's more advanced. Like, you know how you had Metal Gear Solid, you upgrade all this stuff. It's not that advanced, but you can upgrade a lot more stuff than the first two. You play as different characters, which I thought I'd hate, but it's sick because some have different skills. Like that, you can play as a spy who has a mad car with missiles
different skill
on it.
sets from different people,
it's awesome. It's a pretty good game. It's grown on me. The first day I got it, I was like, this is shit. But then as I played it more, I'm like, no, I actually like it. Apart from the online co-op being shitty, it's great. It's a great game. Yeah. So me and my mate now just play our own games separately, but we just talk on the headset just for the fun of it. But
yeah, awesome, man.
Yeah. Other than that, that's the only game I've played for a long time. Before that, my PlayStation hadn't been on for probably
I was going to say
6 months to a year.
And you're a PS4 peasant too.
Yeah, I know.
You don't have a PS5 yet.
No PS5 still.
Has Brenny got his yet?
Nah.
Fuck you, Brenny.
He just can't get one, man. He's got a gift voucher for one at a certain shop, and
that's fucking cute.
He goes, I wish it was just a gift voucher for anywhere because it's probably able to find one, but he has to go to EB Games, and there's
it's friggin' hard. It's hard to get, man. Like
anywhere.
Again, I said it before. I was very lucky to get one. Very lucky to get one.
Yeah, they're telling him, I think July. It might come in. He's like, can't you let me do a pre-order for then?
There's
like,
a shortage of everything.
Sorry, guys. They won't even let you pre-order for now. Like from now onwards, it's bullshit.
No, because
they wouldn't let him pre-order for July when they said they might because they're not sure.
Sony, all of them do it. Sony and Xbox did it. They build hype for the new console.
Yeah.
And then they see how. So because I found it very interesting because this time around when the consoles they would they got you to sign up.
Yeah.
And do a pre-order.
Yeah, it's their way of saying the interest.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm
they
like,
produce jack shit consoles.
But that's what I'm saying. But like this time they really messed up.
Yeah.
Like because seriously, by now you should just be able to walk into a shop and just buy one. Yeah. That's crap.
I know Corona had a lot to do with the logistics, like shipping and things like that. But still,
I know I was one of the first. Ryan was one of the first as well. Because remember him there? I was like, yeah, I got one too.
Yeah, bastards.
One of the first ones. The day one, man.
Well, I said in the first podcast before this, I didn't try and get one. I didn't care because I wasn't even playing my PS4 at the time.
Lies. You just say that because you don't have one. Fuck off.
I actually haven't ever tried to get one.
Okay, mate.
But I want to start looking soon.
Your search history says otherwise, mate.
PS5 now. PS5 stock. I don't. There's still not that many games, but Dying Light will be one that I'll.
If that ever decides to fucking come out.
That'll be one I definitely want the PS5 for, but
hopefully it comes out. I've just been playing NBA.
Yeah, Brennan said you're playing the other day. I'm like, shit, that's not a game I see Adrian playing.
I love basketball, man. I've always loved basketball.
Yeah, I've got to show my trophies still. I keep forgetting.
Yes, can we bring one? Can we bring
next
podcast?
Stream we'll bring my basketball trophies from grade 5.
Fucking go get them now, mate.
I don't know where they are. That's the problem.
No, I saw you brought that box of goodies out too. Did you have all the Pogs and stuff too?
Yeah, Pogs. I got a box of old school Pog.
Who remembers Pogs?
Tarzos, glow caps.
Who had red glows,
Pokemon
man?
cards, basketball cards.
Anyone out there remember red glows? Or remember the full glows, red glows?
Yeah,
oh my god,
that was the time to be alive. And there was for real.
But they were my favorite ones.
Kids these days.
They were my favorite ones. They were like all the different monsters.
Yeah.
And there was certain ones you collected like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And they made one picture.
Yeah.
Dude, forget it.
But all that stuff is so cool, man. I got like a bunch of Mad Slammers that I had.
Oh, dude, the thin ones. Those thin ones are the best. Fucking remember.
I miss those days.
I can't remember. There was some guy at school who had one of those things. He'd win every fucking time.
I know. But yeah, I found all that stuff. It's not worth much though. I actually jumped on eBay to have a look at Tarzos. It was like you get 100 for about $30.
If you had some rare,
or
like,
$50, not
get
very.
some rare Pokemon cards, you'd be
for sure.
Dude,
I don't have any Pokemon cards. I'm shattered, man. Do you know what happened? I'll tell you what the fuck happened to my Pokemon cards, and I'm still pissed about this. A teacher confiscated them back in primary school and never gave them back.
That was in grade 6.
Yes.
Yes, I remember that.
Never gave them back. And I remember that. Good shit, man.
Did you have... let's see how good I am. Let's see how good I am. Did you have a fluoro green folder that said Tarzos on it?
Yes. Yeah. I remember that. Green. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I remember that.
Anyway, this...
No, not Tarzos. Pokemon.
Pokemon, yeah. This rat son of a bitch teacher...
that shall remain nameless
because I can't remember who it was. Anyway.
So if I want to try.
They took my... it's confiscated my Pokemon cards because I was playing in class. That's fine, but they never gave them back. Ever. Do you know what else teachers never gave me back that would be worth money these days?
What's that?
Me and my friend Wayne, we made our own book of fat and skinny jokes. They were gold. Like real filthy ones. You know, fat and skinny went to bed, fat rolled over, and skinny was dead. Which now we wouldn't fly in today's society, would it, at all? We could have made a book out of these jokes and would have been loaded. Anyway, teacher confiscated that. She would have been horrified. They were filth. They were filth. Do you want to feel one of them? This is the one I always remember. Okay. Fat and skinny went to Coles. Fat bent over and skinny filled his holes. Anyway, teacher took them, never got them back, man. I'm still shitty about
that. That's what we can get. We can get Wayne to come on the podcast and regale us with all these jokes.
Yes.
He'd love that.
He would.
He would love that.
He would. We need him on here bad.
Wouldn't you, Mr. Delicatessen?
I remember some girl asked him what his name was, and he said his last name. He's like where you get the meat? It was so good. But
he's a little bit more fancier these days, so that's why it's gone from deli to the proper word, delicatessen.
But I couldn't believe the teacher confiscated those. Do you remember my economics books?
My ones?
With all the dicks in them?
Yes. That was mine too. They were bad.
There's another good story. So we had textbooks at school, economics ones, and there was like these mad photos. There was one of this girl, she was getting something out of a blender like this, but I drew a massive dick out of the blender, and there was like cocks all over her kitchen, like all the fruit was dicks, everything.
Every page had dicks on it.
Every page had dicks. I remember one of the headings for the book was leading bravely from the rear, and in brackets I wrote anal. This book was filth. Anyway, the teacher... asked to borrow it for the substitute teacher that was there, and I was like, oh my god, anyone else but me, please. Anyway, took my book, she opened it, I was watching her on the other side of the room, she's like, all I saw was oh dear, and I was like, shit. She comes over and she's like, is this your book? And I'm like, oh no, actually this one's from the library. And she's like, yeah, but it's a brand new book, how'd you get it from the library? And I was like, oh, I lost my first one, and then they had one at the library and this was it. And she's like, oh yeah, because some of the stuff in it's horrific or something. And I was like, bloody hell. They would have, you know what's funny about, like, back then you think of teachers as some like authority, like sensible, but they would have gone home and had the maddest laugh about that shit. I would have pissed myself laughing. Can you imagine?
Guess what this kid had in his book today?
That lady, that teacher would have taken the fat and skinny jokes back to her husband. They would have had a good old laugh, I'm telling you right now. She probably published it. I got to have a look. If there's a mad fat and skinny joke book out there. It's like Alex
back in year 10 physics, the fucking idiot. We had floppy disks. That's how old we are. And he handed a floppy
disk.
How
to turn a floppy disk into a hard drive.
Into a hard drive, yeah.
Sorry.
Right. Yeah, bring him on, I'll show him. He gave the teacher, the physics teacher, Mr. G, our floppy disk. And for an assignment, and he had poured all over it. And he comes back to Alex and he goes, Alex. He goes, yes, sir. I can't find your homework. All it has is pictures of hot sex. I don't know. Oh, crap. I gave it's the wrong one, mate. Fucking idiot.
And so many memories at school with dumb shit. You know what the best memory was? I don't know why I find this hilarious. Chris Alderson, he got a CD drive, you know, the trays used to pop out, not the ones where they were like the ones you feed in.
Did it burn the ceiling?
Yeah. He cut a piece of paper to the size of a CD and wrote "fuck off" on it and put it in the drive. I was like, it's the dumbest shit. But just imagining the next person opening it and seeing that would be like just funny, man.
Do you remember
and we used to flick the switches.
Chowdhury?
Yeah.
Netsend?
Yeah.
It's coming from this room. I don't know what you're talking about, mate. I've got no idea what you're talking about.
And then I remember Mr. McDonald. I said the school's network is very unsecure. I could hack into it. And he's like, no, it's state of the art. Anyway, I got into that administrator thing where I could ban people, give myself printer money, do everything. And he's like, get out of it now. How'd you do that? And I didn't tell him. Like that network was the most unsecure shit. You could run a macro to open any app you wanted, and that was as easy as it was. Dickhead. State of the art.
Do you know when he cracked the shit to me? He goes, "Get out!" Yo, you. I said, "Fuck."
Yeah.
He goes,
"Who said that?
Who said that?"
Yeah.
And I obviously I said I. He goes, and everyone started laughing, and he goes, "Who said fuck?" So who said shit or something like that? And everyone goes, "Oh, I didn't say shit. I said crap, sir." It's the same thing. It's
get out.
Technically not. It's not.
And then I got kicked out after.
Remember, because do you get a thrill when I say that? Do you? Fuck off.
Yeah. Yeah. Kicked us out. That was hilarious. He kicked me out that many times.
Shit. I just go back in the day. I used to go to my brother's class. I just go into Mr. G's room in the physics room and just sit there and just do homework.
Yeah. Do you remember? I don't know if you did this with me. Me and Wayne used to break our buttons off our shirts and put them in the fans of the computer.
No, but
it was the funniest shit. You'd hear it go when they fly across. Some of them would seize up and overheat.
Remember your blazer?
Oh yeah,
the drill.
This asshole stuck a drill. It was in woodwork. Stuck a drill into my blazer. And just tied it up in a massive knot and put a mad hole in it. Yeah, I was like, get off. Do you remember?
I wasn't even supposed to be there. I got kicked out of another class.
Do you remember when I evacuated my photography? Oh, you weren't in my class for my photography.
I remember
class? That was bad.
Yeah.
Let me tell you the story. Another one.
That one's a good one.
This was scary.
Are you admitting to this?
The
teacher know you did it.
Yeah. I came, but I didn't know I didn't do it maliciously. I didn't know what the hell happened.
Fucking lies.
I had this compass on my keyring, so, directional compass, just a stupid little ball, probably got from the Melbourne Show or something when I was a kid. And we're in photography class, and me and a friend were bouncing it on the table against the wall. So, just bouncing on the table, hitting the wall, and just kept doing it. Anyway, it fell on the ground and it smashed. And all of a sudden, everyone in the classroom started getting high. One of the girls started seeing green shit, like green smoke or something. I didn't see anything. I was totally fine.
Girl was taken to the hospital?
Yes.
I remember that.
The teacher and Keisha.
Ah, that's right.
Keisha was seeing green smoke. Funnily enough, I was the closest to it, me and Ivan.
Of course.
We both nothing happened to us. So we were like, what the hell is going on? Anyway, a girl went to hospital, teacher went to hospital, and most of the class were like high, like as in they were seeing shit. Mm-hmm. They were lightheaded, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? Anyway, we got kicked out, and then I'm like, I better come forward to the teacher because I don't know what happened. So I went to the teacher, and they're like, I'm like, I was just bouncing this compass, it smashed, it must have been a chemical reaction, and I've tried to look it up and can't find anything, like what it was. But obviously they're developing chemicals in the photography lab, and whatever was in the compass, something happened, meshed chemical together. Reaction. Teacher was in hospital. Anyway, the teacher's like, you're not in trouble, but you just got to tell me what happened because we've got to clean the room. We need to know like where it happened, what it was, so it doesn't happen again. So I explained everything, but I was shitting myself, man, because I thought people were going to die.
Like
that's the day you fucked my blazer. Because that's why I went to your woodwork, the woodwork class, because we got kicked out. We all got kicked out of the photography. That was scary. I thought people were going to die.
Yeah, that was
like
bad.
when I heard two went to hospital, I was like, oh shit. I didn't even mean it.
That whole block were evacuated.
Yeah, that was bad.
From the quadrangle, I remember that.
That was scary. But yeah, I looked up the other day, because I was telling my partner the story. So I looked up compass, the chemical in compass. The chemical used in a compass and what it can react with, and I just couldn't find shit. But do you know what chemicals in compass?
No idea.
I was thinking mercury, but that's that's different. That's in the thermometer thing.
Wouldn't be mercury.
Yeah, but
it shouldn't like. There's no.
I thought it was water.
That's what I would have assumed.
Yeah,
like, there's no reason behind that. That's stupid.
Unless it had nothing to do with me and someone just mixed some shit in the lab.
I think that's
no idea,
the reason.
But
it had to be.
It was scary.
How can you just smash that and
you know what's funny? The people who
Zyklon B.
I invented COVID. I invented COVID back then. The people who got the most messed up were the ones closest to the trays of developer and chemicals. Mm-hmm. Me and Ivan were on the other side of the photo lab where where you put the slides in and stuff.
Yeah.
We were nowhere near it. So maybe someone just mixed some shit and it wasn't even me.
I honestly think that's what happened, man.
But it was scary, man. I honestly thought people were going to die. I'm in deep shit. Anyway, they were all good. But yeah, that chick was seeing green smoke, all sorts of shit.
That's fucking full on, dude.
But
scary. Yeah, like you said,
I remember that. It didn't affect me at all. Me and Anvan were like, "What the hell is it? Why is everyone freaking out?" People were screaming and shit.
I do miss school though.
Yeah, it was awesome, good fun, man. You see your mates every day. No responsibilities.
The only thing I worried about was what I was having for dinner, man.
Oh yeah, that was it.
Honestly, it was the best time. Best time.
And everyone told me that too. don't ever wish school over
you
too
don't want to
quickly.
go, yeah.
You'll it's the best time of your life. I'm like, fuck off, mate. Shit.
Yeah, I know.
Can't wait to leave this shit.
My mum used to say to me every day, man.
Yep. But
Don't wish this time away. You'll want it back.
It's true.
All right, mum.
Hang out with your mates every day. Yeah.
Talk shit.
Yeah.
Those damn days, dude.
No
Honestly.
responsibilities, really.
No, there was.
There was, but I didn't do any of them. Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. I think you've got a little... We'll make this one of the final things we talk about. I think we've got an issue
topic
that we'd like to discuss. It's pretty full on.
It's a pretty disgusting topic. So I have a very, very good friend. I've known him since I was born because he's 2 years older than me. So been friends for life pretty much. He's half Filipino, half Croatian, and his partner is Mauritian. They have two beautiful kids. So the kids are obviously, they look Asian / European. Yeah, they're the cutest kids ever.
Beautiful.
Yep. They're the cutest kids ever. So my friend's mum put up photos of the daughter. So it's going to get confusing. But anyway, of my friend's daughter.
Yep.
And I'm going to put the screenshot up, but I'm going to blank all the names and stuff. Even the names of the person who did this because, I don't know,
we get nothing out of doing this. So we want to just speak.
She has issues from what I've told. Like she's a bit on the drugs and stuff. So
I don't care. It's not an excuse.
It's not at all. No, if you can do this shit on drugs, then it's something you think about when you're sober. In my opinion. Yeah. So anyway, I'm not going to mention names. I'm going to block all the names out. Anyway, this girl who's a friend. This is the worst part. This girl is a friend of my mate.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
This is going to get confusing.
It's odd, isn't it?
This girl is a friend of my mate's partner. So my mate's basically wife. They're not married, but so she was a friend of hers. They work together.
They work together, exactly.
Yeah. This girl wrote on my mate's mum's post with his daughter in it. So basically, this girl commented on a photo of my mate's daughter, who's half Asian, half.
They get it.
I know. I'm getting deep.
They get it.
This is what she wrote: Asians, so ugly and disgusting. And then my mate's mum wrote, "I beg your pardon." She said, "Just gross. You people smell. Asians shouldn't be in this country." And yeah, she is ugly. Those slant eyes are unacceptable. And then just wrote slanty. But this kept going on with other posts. This is the one that started it. But she kept going. Yeah. She made new accounts, added, and just started going. And then
I can't really weigh in on this scenario apart from the whole racism issue, which we'll talk about after. But when I saw that, it looked like a fucking 5-year-old wrote it. And I go, are you sure I don't know the person.
So what I did, I was like, no one would do this.
Yeah, exactly.
And the thing is,
you're committing social suicide on Facebook. Like you're done.
A lot of like my partner, my sister, a lot of people were mutual friends with this girl. So they all thought they knew her somehow. So like, she's been hacked. Katie was, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Oh. On Facebook. She must have met her at somewhere a long time ago, added her.
So weird.
Yeah. So they were friends with her. So Katie's like, this isn't just some random. This is someone they know. So straight away, the first thing you think is she's been hacked.
Yeah.
So I...
you give them the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah. So I called my mate, whose daughter it is, and said, do you reckon she got hacked or do you reckon she's just a piece of shit? He said, no, she's a piece of shit. She's always had issues with like drugs and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she lost her license being like 4 times. It's on. Jav posted the article under her bagging them about her losing her license like 4 times over the limit. Lost her license. Always had issues. But he goes, no, I know it's her because when he posted that article, she came after him personally and said, your kids are ugly. Fuck you. All this stuff. And I was like, and he's like, no, I know it's her. She's a loose cannon. But she wasn't when they met her and they used to hang out with her. Anyway. It started to go a little bit viral on some of the Asian communities on Facebook and stuff. Yeah, so it went viral on a dentistry. Fuck, should I say that?
Oh, she works in the
She works in the dental industry. It went viral in a dentistry group where a lot of dental surgery owners are on. And then after that, she came back and tried to apologize, saying, "You got a beautiful family. I didn't mean it. This and that." Because I'm guessing she lost her job or was close to. But yeah, I hope that all made sense. But yeah, it was just disgusting. She's 2 years old. Oh, even no matter the age, you don't say that shit about people. We Adrian and I aren't racist. We hate everyone equally.
That's my line.
Yeah, we're not racist, but we joke about stereotypes of the race. Like because you and I bag wogs, we're wogs.
Okay.
We call each other fat wogs. It's true. Like my mate whose this daughter this is, he'll be like fucking Asian drivers and shit like that. I think that's good. Like I think it's the way Australians are.
This is a bonding.
It's a bonding thing. It's a term of endearment.
We spoke about this.
We spoke about it, but maybe not on the podcast.
No. Just saying, you and I.
Yeah.
What Michael has just said, that is racism. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Just for people out there that aren't aware of what real racism is, that is racism.
Yeah.
Me sitting here with Michael calling him a fucking stupid wog is not racism. Okay, even though it may sound like it, we're just joking around with each other. Okay, I know people. I know a lot of people don't like that.
No,
but at the end of the day, if it doesn't cause the other person any harm, right, and he knows it's all in good fun, it's a joke.
Bloody oath. Okay? We grew up with we grew up very multicultural. I got black friends, Asian friends, Australian friends, Italian friends, people I know that are Jewish. It doesn't Muslim. I've got cousins that are Muslims. So.
But unfortunately, in this day and age,
you can't say
if
shit.
You go and speak to, but even if you go to speak to certain people, they go, it doesn't matter who you're friends with.
Fuck off.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about anything. And this is
no.
I'd like to get through.
Just because my cousin's Muslims doesn't mean I can go bag Muslims.
No. That's what I'm saying.
Random.
No. That's what I'm saying.
But me and them, we kick back and forth about.
But these people that fight for this racism, this apparent racism that's everywhere, right. But even though it's okay to be racist towards white men or white females. But that's fine.
Yeah.
Because apparently, and I'm not saying it was everyone, but you see this everywhere at the moment. Apparently it's okay for that to happen.
Yeah.
And I don't believe any of that. That, what we've seen, which you would have seen on the screen, that is utter racism. Like, that is disgusting. And that's the true meaning of racism.
Because one, they're not very friendly.
And she meant to...
I'd never say to my mate...
She meant harm by it.
I'd never say to my mate, oh, your son has slanty eyes. I'd possibly say it to him as a joke, because he would say shit about me, but he would, like I said, it comes from a place of love, endearment. We joke about that shit. That's just our relationship.
Yeah.
There's a Sri Lankan guy up the road, man. He bags Sri Lankans, and if you can bag yourself, and also bag others in jest, I think, that's what we need. I think, it's not fucking racist. Racist is when there's a malice behind what you're saying.
Yeah,
which is what this was. This wasn't a joke. She went on and on and on for like 2 or 3 days.
It's so difficult to argue against people that support that. They go, "There's no difference because you're literally doing the same thing." It's like, well, no, no, I'm not. Technically, I know most of the time. Listen, I know. Again, see, it's hard to defend this point. I'm going to say as well.
It's better to.
I will only speak to people like that I know.
Yes.
And that I know can take a joke. I'm not going to run around like an idiot and say that to every person that I meet. No. Because that's stupid.
And like I said, most of the people I know who are these racists, they make those stereotypical jokes about themselves. Like we do. Pasta eaters and all that shit.
That's the best thing.
The Sri Lankan guy, my mate who's Asian, fucking Asian drivers can't drive for shit. He's Asian.
Exactly.
Don't take yourself seriously to say that shit.
That's the thing. That's a
and it's just it's a joke. Every race has their little stereotypes, and I think it's funny. Like as long as it's done comedically, then it's
exactly.
It's all right. And like I said, I wouldn't go up to some random and say, "Oh, you're a fucking Asian driver."
But I love it because
no way. But I'd say it to my mate, "Oh, you can't drive for shit because you're Asian." Like it's a joke. It's funny.
But why they do it is like it's different and it's something different that you're not used to.
Yeah,
and it's interesting.
For me, it's been bonding. You know? That's the way I've bonded with.
That's how it is.
And maybe it's just the way we grew up because we've always been like that.
But we'll sit here, right? And I agree with you.
People are going to say "Wog."
And people, around. Doesn't matter where you are, even Australia.
You can't say wog even though you are one.
That's disgusting.
And then again, we'll clear up here. Wog means a different thing here than it does to... I know in the UK, wog's someone who's black, but for us, it's European, Italian, Greek, all that stuff. Yeah, we used to have fights at school, remember? Wogs versus Asians and shit. Like fun, as in play fights and at lunchtime and stuff. All that shit, man. That made me not be racist because it was like... You bond over that stuff, and you're like, it's I don't know, it's funny.
But you'd all sit down after, and you'd all laugh about it.
Of course, it was never serious. No,
you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Racism is when there's malice behind.
I'm sorry,
what someone's saying, or they truly hate. I don't hate any race.
No, exactly.
I bag them as a joke, as they do with me.
Racism,
and it's funny. That's it.
Pure racism tends to go hand in hand with malice or violence towards somebody. Mm-hmm. Like I've found a lot of people that I've seen that are violent have this deep hatred for that person based on their race, right? To the point where they would want to hurt them.
Yep.
That's racism.
It's almost like similar with gay people as well. My cousin is gay. Homophobes. He bags fucking gay people. I don't know what. It's
but
funny.
They're allowed to.
Yeah, but he's allowed to. He'll be like, "Oh, he's a fucking fag," and I'm like, "Aren't you gay?" He's like, "Yeah, but he's really like he's really a fag." Yeah, like, what do you mean? But anyway, I know two gay people who bag gay people. It's like, that's how the gays are. You know what I mean? Like they're just that's good because they're. I don't know. It's good because it's like for me, it's like a connection. Like it's like.
But if you step this is what, I like to look at both sides. Like if you stepped out of this circle for a second and you lived in a different country that didn't act like that towards it, people.
Yeah,
you would look at Australia and go,
fucking racist. Yeah,
they're fucked.
Yeah, and anyone watching this, Australia's very different. I remember once, which I probably wouldn't say nowadays, but this was years and years ago. I was reviewing a mirror for a bike, and I said something like, "Some people think they're a little bit gay, but they're safe and whatever." And so many comments, mainly from Americans, saying, "Holy shit, I can't believe you said that. The PC police will be on your ass. This, and that." But at the time, it didn't. It just meant something was like not cool. Which sounds really bad, doesn't it? It sounds really bad.
Can you see yourself understanding their point?
That I do. That's what I'm saying. It's not something I would say now, but this was years ago.
Believe me, I'm not PC by any stretch of the imagination.
No, but we used to say, that's gay. Yeah, something was like not that good. But another thing you need to remember is that gay, the original term for gay wasn't what it is now. It meant something happy and like whatever. So that's where it kind of came from. So it was never meant to be against homosexuals.
So was it happy, the thing you were talking about? Like, did it make you happy?
It's a bit gays and it's like, hey, it's happy. You know what I mean?
Flamboyant?
Yeah, it's exactly.
Flamboyant.
Yeah. That's what it meant. But anyway, I got shafted in the comments bad.
Oh, dude.
But it's not something I'd say these days. But it was just the way we spoke back then. And no one took offense. Yeah, no one took offense about that stuff.
I don't care what anyone says. We have this, our culture here. We're all like that, man. And it's hard to speak about because people go, that's no excuse. Well, I'm not trying to excuse anything.
Would you rather that we were racist and just hit it?
Yeah, exactly. I'm happy with how I am with people.
Yeah,
I respect people. I don't go out of my way to go and harm or tease people based on their race or even religion for that matter.
Yeah, and if someone's not into that whole bagging,
and then you know to keep away and you don't say anything. You be respectful to them.
Yeah,
which is people go, why can't you? Do you know? See how this is like a really hard argument.
It's very hard
because they go, well, why don't you act respectful to everyone? It's like because I got a friend there, and that's how we joke around with each other.
Yeah. The guy up the road, man, like I said, the Sri Lankan guy, he's the best, man. He's just that's how we clicked.
Yeah,
because we were talking shit, and he's like, oh yeah, fucking Sri Lankans or some shit. And I'm like, are you Sri Lankan? He's like, yeah, man.
It's right.
That's how they are. I'm like, oh, fucking cool. Like, I'm like, yeah, like Woggers are the same. They do that shit, this shit. Because he doesn't stop offering shit.
Yeah.
Do you want a drink? And he'll just keep asking him. Like, then when he's like, yeah, bloody Sri Lankans, I'm like, yeah, Woggers do the same thing.
Yeah.
But it's just, I don't know. For me, it's it's an endearing thing.
Did you want to get political?
Go for it.
No, I'm saying, want to get political?
We are anyway.
Not really.
Anyway, if you think that shit is racist, then that's all. Whatever, that's all power to you, but I don't agree. I agree racism is if I said, I fucking hate Asians because whatever. Like if I legitimately hated Asians because the way they looked or what they smelled like or whatever this bitch said, that's racism. But if I was bagging, like joking around with my Asian friend, who's well on board with this because he bags me as well, I'd never, like you said before, I'd never go up to a random Asian and say, oh, you fucking slant eyes and shit, bro. Like, because you wouldn't do that.
You know better, exactly.
Exactly. And that's when it's racist. Racist is when you'd say something when...
I think it just comes down to camaraderie.
Exactly the word I was looking for, dude. I couldn't think of the word. Yeah. Camaraderie.
Banter with the boys.
Yep.
And there's no animosity behind the words. Just words. We joke around with each other. We bring race into it because you know what? This is the way I see it. I find because... It's interesting to me when I speak to people from different races because everyone's different. You know, they have a different story to tell. They come from different families. They do things a lot differently. It's interesting. And then things that say again, it's hard to defend the point, isn't it?
It is.
Something's a bit different. You go, why do you do it that way?
Yeah.
Oh, and then you sort of go, even if you liked it, you go, that's shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even if you thought to yourself, oh, fuck, that's a really good idea. I'd do that myself. You go, no, it's fucking shit. Or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But,
yep.
I love the camaraderie with it all, and I just think it's fucking hilarious because you can make up some really fucking funny jokes with it as well.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. It's the way to be. I've found it's just people that are easygoing are the people who don't give a shit about it, and they're the people I get along with. People who will bag their own race.
Yeah. I just don't like people that get so triggered.
When I say bag their own race, I don't mean they're serious. They joke about the stereotypes of their race. Like
they're not self-loathing assholes.
Yeah, exactly. Like fat wogs with their pasta, etc., like that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Like that's the shit we copped at school, but it was funny. Like it was always a joke.
I didn't really like. I didn't see. This is a thing, right? This is a point of contention that I bring up. I never found it horrible when someone said that
same
to me.
here.
I didn't give a shit.
No, neither did I.
I found it funny.
So did I.
That's my heritage.
Always.
Whatever.
Yep.
Like I don't
It's
give a
true.
shit. Yeah, exactly. I like my past, and I was fat during fucking high school. Very.
Most of the time, it comes from truth.
It's just and a lot of the time it's just a stereotype.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, and
God,
you say, Asians are bad drivers. Well, it's funny because some of them are the best drivers in the world. So they're not
sitting
shit
there and
drivers.
saying,
it's just a funny stereotype.
a lot of Italians like pasta.
Oh, yeah,
That's factually correct.
It
though.
is. Yep.
A lot of
Asians
majority of
can't
Italians
drive.
would.
It's true.
I haven't seen the data.
I know. I know a lot of Asians who are probably the best drivers I've met, to be honest. But yeah, it's just stupid stereotypes, man. Like, that's all it is. This is fun.
And you make light
Bonding.
of it. Yeah, make light
Like
of it.
you said, camaraderie. That's the word I was looking for that I couldn't.
That's what it is, man. Like trial by fire with people.
Yeah.
You know, you get into a group and people, get in there. It's no fun if everyone's nice to each other.
Nah,
it's fucking boring.
It's boring. Yeah.
If you're sitting there around people and everyone's like so PC and they don't want to take a step out of line. They don't want to say anything, say anything wrong that might offend people. It's like,
and
where
it's
do
all
you
fake
stop?
shit.
Where the fuck do you stop?
This is why I like people who make racist jokes, if that's what you want to call it, like what we've been talking about, is that I gel with them really well because I know they're not fake.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they're saying what they want.
Yep.
Say what you mean what you say, whatever. They're saying it. So not if they're like complete racist, then I wouldn't want anything to do with them.
No.
But if they joke around, especially when they're that race and they're joking about the stereotypes, I find that funny. And I'm like, okay, this person's not fake because they can joke about that shit.
This is what people say.
They can have a good laugh.
You look at in the whole point of racism, you go, it's the same thing when they're joking about it. I don't think it's the same thing. It's they may joke about something that relates to someone's ethnicity.
Yeah. But
the meaning behind it's different.
Yep.
Their meaning behind, they just want to make them laugh. And bring up something that's stereotypical to that ethnicity. I know we're going around in circles here, but I just want to make that fact.
Yeah. It's kind of sad.
It doesn't matter if you say you're not racist. People go, you're racist.
Yeah. It's kind of sad because a lot of comedians that I loved that it basically got cancelled. Cancel culture.
That's the worst.
Basically got cancelled because they tell racist, funny jokes. But you know who's still going strong? Andrew Schultz. He's hilarious. Like, he'll pick anyone in the crowd.
I love Bill Burr.
It could be a Wog, Asian, black person, Jew. It does not matter. And he'll go at him. I don't know if he's Jewish himself, but anyway, he'll bag his own race. And it's like, it's just fun. It's just,
I just found it
entertainment. It's not anything. There's no malice behind it. He doesn't.
I found it very hard to listen to. Like, I'm going to say it, the Black Lives Matter movement.
Yeah.
Right. And it's all good. Like, I understand like the difficulties they went through, throughout history and all that.
For sure.
The thing that they get away with is it's racism. They're literally they're the ones sitting here fighting and going, all white people are racist. But then they'll go out there and they'll say horrible things about white men, white women, or cisgendered men as they call them, or whoever the hell they are. And it's like, hang on, I have literally done nothing to you.
Yeah.
And you can't put me under this umbrella. Yeah. Like the same way you say to Zoe, you can't put everyone on the same umbrella. Yeah. Well, I won't be tarred with the same brush either.
No.
I'm not going to put up with that shit.
And most of the BLM stuff, a lot of black people that I watch on YouTube were saying it's a load of shit. It's not it's half of it's white people that started it.
Exactly. A bunch of Karens running around there.
Yes.
Virtue signaling. Yeah. Going, look at me. I'm helping out here. And they have got no idea of what they're doing.
And that's racist.
It is.
Because all lives matter.
They're self-loathing white people.
Yes.
Sitting there going, I'm an asshole. I deserve to be berated.
Yeah.
Go away.
Yeah.
I've done nothing wrong.
It's like
I'm not,
this is what I always talk about.
I'm not going to apologise for anything. I've done nothing wrong.
They wanted to... Well, so far, they've banned a lot of shit recently. Food products and stuff because of the names. Mm-hmm. One of the one that shits me the most is Cocoa Pops, right?
Mm-hmm.
They banned it because the monkey. So someone said that they want to ban it because the monkey symbolises a black person. I'm sorry.
That person's racist.
The person who thinks that the monkey symbolises a black person is fucking racist.
I've never thought that in my life.
Yeah. It's just a cute cartoon monkey.
Never thought of that in my life.
Nah. Same with Coon cheese. For those who are overseas, you might not know it's an Australian brand of cheese. It's called Coon. Coon is also a slang term used for Indigenous Australians.
Yep.
But that's their family name.
Exactly.
Coon.
Exactly right.
So they've had to change their name to Cheers or some bullshit because of this bullshit. That's their fucking name.
I've spoken about our...
It was never racist.
One of our political commentators, my brother Sage, which we will have. We actually will have him on the podcast one day as well. We've discussed this at length a few times actually, and it's funny that you see these people that come out with these
and they're never from that
ridiculous ideas.
the person who came up with banning coon wasn't Aboriginal.
Yeah, no.
The person who came forward...
No, he was. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he was.
Okay, the person who wanted to ban Cocoa Pops was white.
Yeah.
The person who wants to ban Redskins, a lot of them came forward. A lot of what do you call it? A lot of Indians, came forward and said it was
great. Yeah, that they had it.
We liked the
remembering their history
exactly. But it was white people. It was some white person who's like, "Oh, it's fucking racist."
I've spoken about this with my brother at length, and it's funny. As Michael said, a lot of the people here, they're inherently racist themselves. That's what it comes down to. Because how that, like, no one else, like, I look at that Cocoa Pox, for example. I see a monkey on there. It's a fucking monkey. It's a cartoon monkey.
Yeah.
That's all it is. I don't think of anything else. But they have to bring this fact up. And I'm sorry.
What about rice bubbles? Because they're white.
Where does it stop?
Yeah.
You can literally bring up something about anything.
Yeah.
And say, oh, that's racist because of this, and that. It's bullshit.
The jelly beans one was retarded. Or there's black jelly beans. There's fucking every other colour as well. What are you talking about?
There is.
And Chicos or something, because it's like a Spanish word. Who gives a shit?
Man, I just don't understand these people, man. It's
Dr. Seuss got cancelled recently too.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know why that was though.
Oh, my favourite one. No, my favourite one. Pepe Le Pew.
Oh yeah,
my boy Pepe Le Pew.
Womanizer.
No, yeah, that, and apparently he was encouraging rape culture.
Yeah.
How?
Oh, shit.
It's a fucking cartoon.
I know.
Oh, we were talking about this not long ago about the Disney Channel now.
Yeah, the warnings.
And all the warnings on them.
Yeah.
It's like, are you fucking serious? I grew up as a child watching all of these movies on the Disney Channel.
Yep.
Not once do I ever think
I'm gonna be
racist thoughts about anything. Yeah. Oh, that cat is this colour.
Yeah.
I never thought that.
No.
I took it at face value because I was a child.
Exactly. Yeah, for those who don't know, there's warnings on most Disney cartoons you watch now at the start that basically say there's not meant to be a link between. I can't. They say
if you're not comfortable watching movies like this, they portray stereotypes.
That's it. Yeah.
All sorts of things like that, which is just utter nonsense. It's just bullshit. It's cancel culture's gone way out of control.
Yeah,
we've spoken about this at length. It's crap. Where does it end? You'll eventually there'll be nothing left because you cannot cater towards every single person and say, oh, I can't say that because I'll trigger that person. I can't say that because I'll offend that person.
Yeah,
you can't.
No.
Whatever happened to having a thick skin?
Yeah.
Well, Jesus Christ.
Man,
life's not easy.
No.
And life does not revolve around you.
No.
I've copped some shit in my life and I didn't like it, but I'm not going to go whinge about it. I just get on with it.
Yep. Man up.
Or you do something about it.
Sorry, I can't say man up.
We're not allowed to say man up anymore. You have to person up.
Yeah, person up.
Person up, man. On. Because, biology doesn't matter either these days too. So
yeah.
Is another... absolute nonsense.
That's another podcast on its own.
We'd be definitely getting to that again.
Yeah, but
it's crap.
Yeah, it's just sad to see all the shit as a childhood just being.
I actually got really upset seeing that.
I said because I'm about to have a baby. I said to my dad yesterday, I feel sorry for my baby.
Yeah.
My dad's like, "What is that?" I'm like, "Because it's just the shit, the childhood I had. I mean, he's gonna have his own good times, but the childhood I had, I don't think he'll be able to have the same." Because of the way the world is now with all that shit.
Just jumping on that, did you see that? It was in the news about a school, a high school, and I think it was one of the teachers organised all the men to stand up and apologise to all the women because of rape culture. Did you see that? It was in the paper.
Fuck, I didn't see that. That's bullshit.
And all the parents were up in arms about it. I would have been horrified. They had to apologise, right? These kids, and this has been all over the internet at the moment, these kids, little boys, ranging from 13 to, I'd say 16, 17 years old, stood up and apologised for men in general.
That's bullshit.
How fucking dare you make that was me. How dare you make my son do that?
Yeah.
He hasn't done anything wrong.
No.
And they were flamed for it. And then the principal comes out and says, we didn't mean any disrespect by it. We're really, really sorry about it." Damn right you are. How dare you do that?
Yeah, no, that's
disgusting.
That's bullshit.
To sit there and say to apologise for all men out there. No, it doesn't work that way. It does not work that way.
Yeah.
There's only a small percentage of men or women, for that matter, that commit these heinous crimes.
Yeah.
All right? And I'm not going to stand up and go, "Oh, I'm sorry because I'm a potential whatever it is." No way.
Yeah. That kind of reminds me of a topic like we were talking about racism and joking around before, but
Yeah.
we've had some friends in the past who have actually hated other races, like Croatians and Serbs and stuff.
Yeah.
The funny thing is that they talk about shit that happened so long ago. It's like it didn't affect you. Why do you still hate that? Oh, the Qatarians as well with any race with any other race. Why the fuck are you still? Why do you hate that person based on what happened this long ago? You had nothing to do with. Yeah. If they're a good person, then who gives a shit?
This is the thing that comes back to racism's learned trait.
Yes,
because you're not born racist.
No, you're taught that shit.
Right? I know a lot of. I'm not going to say I know a lot of people, but you don't even need to apply to that Croatian, Serbian sort of thing. Anytime.
I'm saying I just remember that.
Feuded.
Yeah,
you were saying.
Yeah.
It's taught by the parents.
Yeah. And
they prolong this hatred towards another country.
Yeah.
And if you want to go into that war in the 90s, and then you've got generations of children being brought up hating a particular race for no reason, saying because there was a war happened.
Oh, they did this 200 years ago. Well,
right? Which is crap. And they should not be doing that. And that's how you...
that's real racism.
That's right. Exactly. Yeah. And that's pure hatred.
Yeah. Like I knew people who wouldn't be friends with someone because they were a certain
100%.
race because of that shit.
I know.
I'm like, are you serious? He's a fucking good bloke. Why...
Yep.
What's his race good?
And they can't give you a good answer. Oh, it's because my dad or mum told me because of this.
Yeah.
It's like,
oh, because they fucking killed my great grandpa in the war.
But at the same time, that person,
he didn't do it.
He's probably not inherently racist either.
No,
he's just being told because if he's friends with someone, the way that his parents might react to him.
Yeah, that's true. Why the fuck are you bringing that?
He may also be a good
Italian
bloke
home.
too. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly
it's
right.
So yeah, we make our little racist joke. No, I'm not going to say racist jokes because they're not racist.
No, they're not. We make jokes.
We make our jokes.
Ethnicities,
and
differences between us and them, and we make light of it, and then we celebrate it at the point. You know what it is,
and I'm willing to cop shit
differences
myself, which is why I think I'm not like. If I was able to dish shit out and then someone called me a wog and I'd fly off my handle, different story.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
right.
I wouldn't. Oh, that
exactly
to
right.
me that's racist. But
no, exactly.
I don't care. Like, be called wog by randoms, and not cared.
Oh yeah,
but I know that it's like I know they've gone for the whole malice angle, but I've been like whatever, fuckface.
By like their tone, the way they say it, you can tell exactly what they're. Yeah, you know exactly what they're meaning behind it.
Yeah,
but that's a main thing. But sorry, just so they know what happened with the little girl.
So sorry, not really much. She got her Facebook account restricted. I dare say she probably maybe lost her job or got spoken to because then she apologized out of nowhere. Yeah. Saying, you have a beautiful family, they're beautiful. But either that or she was on a mad drug trip and then came to and then started apologizing.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah. She's 2 years old, by the way, this girl.
Oh, she's absolutely
She's
gorgeous.
beautiful. Yeah. I'd love to put a photo up because of how cute she is, but I'm not going to.
I got a picture with her and my son.
Yeah.
And she's gorgeous.
She's
man.
cute
Such
as.
a beautiful
They both
girl.
are.
Yep.
Maybe she's jealous because they are beautiful.
Yeah.
Someone said something, I don't know if it's true, but apparently her ex-partner left her for an Asian girl. That's possibly where it came from.
Where the animosity comes from.
Yeah. Also, her child got taken off her and everything.
So there has to have... dude, it's either violence or drugs.
Yeah.
Because we know that the courts do not take children off...
for no reason.
No, if the mother...
Yeah.
Especially for no reason.
Yeah.
So it has to be something pretty
she's
serious.
She's had a past. And it's no excuse.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Because I think even if you are on drugs, anything you say is something you would think of even if you weren't.
Drunk mind speaks sober mind. Drunk mouth speaks sober mind.
100%. And it's the drugs that made her actually say it. But fuck, man, she went on this my mate's mum's post to write that shit. And she worked with her, they've been friends for years. Like, that's just fucked.
But you know what the funny thing is? Like, you know how you always say to people you can't take the context has been taken out of messaging when you see a written word?
Yeah.
You can tell that's what that
hate.
means. You can tell.
That's hate. And she kept going and going with other posts. This is just the one post that I got a screenshot of, but every time someone commented, she'd go back at them. Like,
and she kept attacking your mate's partner as well.
Yeah,
she kept writing to her again and to your friend.
Yep. She was writing actual direct DMs. Yeah, it was
That's horrible. You can't put up with that shit.
Nah.
Not, especially not in this day and age. You shouldn't have to put up with that crap at all. But
nah.
I hope that something seriously happens. Something serious happens to her.
Yeah.
If she needs to lose her job to sort herself out, then so be it.
Well, she shouldn't be fucking working if she's a drug addict anyway.
Exactly
she works
right.
On patients, man.
Exactly right.
Fuck me.
Exactly right. 100%. I think she's I heard she was a manager. I don't think.
I thought she was a dental assistant, but I'm not sure.
I think she was a manager of a clinic.
Possibly. I know the company she works for because I did work for them. Small World.
Yeah,
I did work for them many years ago.
I know the name of it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's them. Yeah. Anyway, but because my mate's partner told me, it's the place I used to work at, and I was like, I did work for them.
Okay.
So
very small world.
You just don't know if people are pieces of shit or not. But I would never get hammered and write shit like that because I'm it's not in my because I'm not racist.
No, because it's not in your nature.
Exactly.
Yeah. You're not like that.
That's what I mean by the like we make those jokes and stuff. But I'd never get drunk or get high on some shit. I don't take drugs, but if I did, I wouldn't jump on someone's post and write.
I always live by that. Do before you speak. Right. I would help anyone in need, regardless of anything, race, religion, anything. I would go out of my way to give someone a hand.
Yep.
To help somebody.
Yep.
Right. And to me, I believe. Many people out there might say, "Oh, but they've heard us have that banter about." I don't care what you think of me. I couldn't give two fucks.
Yeah.
I know what the type of person I am, and I would go right out of my way to help everyone I have before, regardless of anything, ethnicity, religion.
If we were truly racist, we wouldn't have friends of the amount of cultures that we do.
Exactly.
We know people of every fucking culture you can name. We know some.
And I know some people that don't like the way we speak, but God, don't say that.
Yeah.
And you're like, shut up.
Yeah.
Have a little fun.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think not being racist is being able to joke about it, as long as you're not offending anyone.
Yeah.
Seriously, yeah. As I said, I wouldn't ever say anything out of malice towards a certain race because I don't think that.
Dude, I've seen the way you conduct yourself with different people.
Yeah.
And I can say, I can vouch for you.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, as with you, yeah. Yep.
No way. And if I saw someone in public, or if I had known that was happening, I would have probably said something.
I was going to, and I was like, she's already getting hammered by 1,000 people. I'll just stand back and watch the fucking show.
They pillaged the
she got
Facebook
fucked.
page. Did you see it?
Yeah. She got fucked. Some guy went. I went on her page.
There was some guy every post.
Every post that she wrote, this dickhead, this mad dog,
mad dog,
pasted her screenshot of what she wrote about that girl, and I mean, fuck, it's a good way to lose a lot of friends and jobs and shit quickly. Like, it could have fucked her life, and I feel sorry for her in that way, but at the same time, I don't. Like, if she's got a drug problem, I do feel sorry for her. But at the same time, like you said before,
drug problem's a drug problem.
Yeah.
Racism.
Saying that shit means that she thinks about that.
Yeah, it is.
Even when she's sober.
I feel sorry for that she's got a problem.
I could get fucked off my face and I know I'd never say anything purely racist like that.
I know I'll probably make a dick of myself.
Yeah, we'd joke jokes with it, but I'd never say anything actually, like I'd never message someone who I was friends with and say, I fucking hate Asians, you're a piece of shit, you stink. What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'd never do that.
Yeah, exactly right.
I'd say joke.
And like we said, drugs or not. If you're a drug addict,
you're thinking
fair
about
enough. I do feel for you.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, for that part of it, I do. She needs some help.
For what you said, you can't forgive that.
Yeah, and I'd love to expose her name, and I know that people who were the victims of this would love us to, but I'm not going to because, it's just, I don't know why.
I think but
I won't. Good times, classic hits.
Yes, right.
Gold 104. No,
I was legit going to say.
By the way, I don't think I mentioned at the start of the podcast.
Yeah,
we're listed on, pretty much on everywhere you'd find a podcast. So if you don't like watching and you want to listen,
we're actually number one.
Yeah,
we're number one
podcast in the world.
That's right.
Yep.
Thanks to everyone out there that's helped us get there.
May not be number one.
So good of you
Terms and conditions may apply. So it's Spotify, Apple, Google, Deezer, pretty much all the popular places you find podcasts, you'll find us there. So if you don't want to watch, you can listen there. If you're already listening and you want to watch, we do have YouTube. Just look it up, Loose Ends. We're on Facebook, like all our social media and all that stuff.
Make sure you comment.
Yes, comment. Give us some
topics.
shit to talk about for the next ones. We've already got a few lined up.
Because otherwise we'll just sit here and just talk about what shit we want to talk about.
We've already got a list of some topics we'd like to talk about, but We want to know what you guys want us to talk about.
Well, that's the thing.
Contentious shit.
I've got a lot of shit that I'd like to talk about.
Yeah, same.
At the same time,
one I think would be really fun that I've mentioned to you before is
something different.
How to survive a zombie apocalypse.
Right.
But like what we would do.
Yeah.
And then you'd say something and I'd say, yeah, but what if this happened?
Yeah.
I reckon that'd be fucking entertaining. That'd be funny.
That'd be good. Sort of know exactly what I do.
So do I. But then when you hear from someone else, like, oh, what if that happened? Yeah, it's like, so many little
exactly. It's like you
things
can't,
that could happen.
You can't think of anything.
No, you can't until it happened. It'd be fun. It'd be a good laugh, that one.
That would be a good one, actually.
Yeah. But yeah, we've got some topics we want to talk about. But
I want to have some people on too.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I want to get at least one of the mods on every couple of weeks.
That'd be sick.
I'd like to do that.
I was trying to. I wasn't trying to. I was thinking of getting someone from the vape movement to come on today, but I was like, it'd be good if you and I just had a little chat first, and then we had someone who knew their shit about the laws and stuff, someone from ATHRA or something.
Yeah, well, if they want to write,
let us know.
Let us something.
Come on the show, and then you can talk about what you know about the laws, the stats. Because although we've vaped for so long, I don't know all the stats. I don't know all the laws.
Yeah, but we didn't.
All that shit.
Yeah, but we didn't profess to.
No, I
just
didn't
said
say I
that
did.
we're
giving
our opinion on the matter.
Yeah,
and that's what we've done today.
Yeah. So, yeah.
But in terms of, in terms of how to structure a business, there should be no friggin' anyone sitting out there out there saying, oh, that's wrong, this is right, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
business is business, and that's the way it works.
Got to do the right thing.
Exactly. Consumer number one.
Yeah.
So if you disagree with that, it's your
you
problem.
can go to work and bitch and moan about, I don't want to wear steel caps, but sorry,
you have to. Exactly.
Yeah.
I got to do what I have to do.
There's a reason why.
I'm regulated to within an inch of my friggin' life, actually.
Yeah, and there's reasons why. And some things are fucking prohibiting, like annoying.
Yeah.
Like I remember once when I worked with Jav, building like cabinets at an airport. Dude, the airport is the worst place in the world to work. You have to sign a JSA to fucking sweep the floor.
Yep.
I'm not joking.
You told me this.
This is a job safety assessment or whatever. You have to write down what could go wrong.
We do JSAs.
It took like 4 hours to do a job that would take 10 minutes at that place. But anyway, I was in a cabinet connecting some cable or something, and I didn't have the hard hat on. And this guy came past. Oh, mate, put your hard hat on. I'm like, I'm in a fucking cabinet. What's going to fall? Like, I couldn't put my head in with the hard hat on. Anyway, just some things are really restricting, but they're there for a reason. I remember when I worked with this guy, Ronnie, wool concreting. He wasn't wearing his hard hat. We're in the middle of nowhere because we did new developments.
Was going to follow me, the sky?
Yeah, so he said, what's going to follow me? The sky? And I was like, you fucking smart ass. Just do the right thing and shut up.
But this is what I always say to people, man, when they say, oh, I think that's a little bit full on. Well, the laws are in place because...
There's a reason. Someone's been fucked up like that before.
Someone has done that before. Yeah. It's as simple as that. I was talking to one of the engineers the other day, actually.
If you think it's dumb, one day, that same work site where that guy said, what's going to follow me, the sky? I was being a dickhead. I pushed a pole, like a... pole they use for formwork.
Yep.
I pushed a pole to get it away, and it fell on Corey's head. Lucky he had a hard hat. Dude, it was like a 6 meter pole too, from a mad distance. He looked so far away that I'm like, there's no way it'll hit him. But I couldn't judge. That 6 meters was fucking long. Smacked him in the head. He was fine, but that's why that's why these things are in place. Holy shit.
That's the fucking best.
Yeah, it was fucking bad. Oh. The sound of it, holy shit. I thought I killed him, man. It was really bad. But that's why these things exist, because
someone's done that.
The sky might not fall, but some dickhead might push a pole over. Yeah, and I did. So, but sometimes the steel cap thing, sometimes I reckon they're more dangerous. Because I've heard stories where the cap has actually severed and cut the toes off, whereas it probably wouldn't have without that.
In general, but you need...
I know.
Without it, they just go straight through it.
Yeah, there's more people that get fucked up without than
the resistance with the steel cap in there is going to,
Yeah, and I hate walking in steel caps, man. I always bash my toes on
I remember
shit.
my brother, it survived quite a bit of pressure from a loader. So...
yeah, there's more good than
without that,
bad,
he would have had his whole foot crushed.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, we actually had a person that I know, he injured himself, had his toe run over by a truck, and he had his steel caps. Thank God. Yep. Admittedly, he had a little bit of damage to his foot. He had a fracture.
But imagine
it could have been a lot worse, man.
Yeah. There's reasons they're there. Everyone wants to come home safe from work. So... Work safe. I'm the work safe ad. Everyone's coming home safe from work, so...
What was that ad with the work safe? Oh, sorry, mate. I thought you were WorkSafe.
Yeah.
No, that's me, mate.
Yeah.
It's like I'm fucked.
Oh shit, the machine hasn't got a guard on it.
Where's the guard, mate?
Yeah. But no, they're there for a reason. Everyone wants their loved ones to come home safely. And
Johnny, I thought you were WorkSafe, mate.
That'd be me, mate.
Mate, you're fucked.
That's the same with every industry. And vaping shouldn't be excluded from that. So
100%.
Wrap it up.
I think we should.
It's been a while. Fuck, I think this one's nearly 2 hours.
Jesus Christ, we did well today.
We've destroyed the game today. But yeah, please
That's what happens, guys.
give suggestions in the comments what you'd like to
subscribe.
talk about next.
What is it? Like and subscribe.
Yep. Like, comment, subscribe. Find us on all those places I spoke about before. Watch us on YouTube. Look forward to the Mad Wheel.
You guys
listen to it. Listen to it. It sounds good.
And look at
Such a satisfying. Oh, shit. Look at the faces.
on there.
It's the best. Oh, shizer. So give us some topics to talk about. We'll put them on the wheel. We spin the wheel. Whatever it lands on that episode, we talk about. Obviously, for some topics, we'll need to do some research because we might not know shit about them. But
no, but that's the whole point of it.
That's the whole point.
We're not going to research.
Anything we should?
No. That'll be fun.
I guess if they're topics where it's just a base matter of opinion, then we can talk what we think.
But this is
we might not agree on everything.
It's the entire point.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll just give our opinion on the subject.
Yep.
I don't care, guys.
Sexual.
Just send them in.
Send them in. Wherever you watch this. Or on our Facebook page, on our... I didn't set up... Oh, no, I did set up a Twitter, but Twitter's a bit shit these days. I don't know. I don't like it.
I like Twitter.
Do you? It's good for fast shit. But yeah, Facebook and Instagram is where...
For what?
Fast shit. Like just... People spam constantly on Twitter. That's why I don't know. It's more for news, I've found. But anyway, we're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
We're on everything.
Like us on all of them.
Like us on the socials.
Yeah. Join our Discord if you want to just talk shit. And yeah, like I said, feel free to support us on Patreon.
Very much so. That'd be very much appreciated.
Yep. Everything will go back into this. We can have bigger and better equipment, bigger and better guests, and just... It'll
be awesome.
Yeah. Please share it.
Looking forward to it.
Because we want to grow.
I'm thinking also, we haven't discussed this, but we should do a live one soon.
Yeah. We want to do some actual live podcasts, because then we'd be sick to read the comments and bounce off people.
I'm thinking of doing a live Assetto course a day here, and we can just talk shit with people.
That'd be good, yeah.
While we're drinking them, people can see how shit we are.
We can be drift kings.
If that's something that you guys are interested in, let us know too.
Yep.
All right, guys.
All right. Thank you very much for watching. Much appreciated. Don't take offense to any of this shit we've said. It's all our opinions.
And if you do it, we don't care.
I still don't give a fuck.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks very much, guys. Love you long time.